Today's You Know What Dude podcast on riotcast.com.
All right. Whoa, fucking eyebrows from Soda.
Yeah, right off the bat.
We are back with another episode of You Know What Dude podcast on the Riotcast Network, the greatest podcast network on McDougal Street in New York City. How do you like that?
Specifics.
You think Red Band's going, dude, we're the greatest, Death Squad. And then Billy's going, dude, no, it's all things comedy, dude. And then there's Bob Kelly going, nah, dude, it's fucking riot. Join the riot. We got a great show. Crazy fucking day so far for me. I've had 2 temper tantrums.
Really?
One with my therapist. Don't tell me it's not personal. It's fucking personal. If somebody does something to you, it's fucking personal. Anyways.
Right.
Thank you. Mike, let me get you got to eat that microphone.
I have to eat the microphone.
Yeah, bend it. Will you teach him?
My mouth's in the fucking
There you
thing.
go. See, hear that? Listen, difference.
It was
Right
already
there.
in my mouth.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah, his mouth's
there you
like
go.
on it.
Do you think I've
It's-
never done podcasts before?
Well, you sound the different.
Well,
Hear
listen,
the difference,
all
right?
I'm saying is that intro can be cut by 30 seconds. I was eating the microphone.
Yeah, well, we need the intro. We need the longer intro. I need to mix it up because
Okay.
my podcasts keep getting flagged because I don't have the ownership of the music. Any algorithms. So I switch it up. Anyways, we got a big show. I haven't been doing these big shows in the last month or so. I've been cutting it down to 3 people in the studio, and then count Scopo and Deepu. That makes it 5, but really 3. No offense. I love you guys.
No offense taken.
We we have my friend, Greek friend Stavros, was in town, so we had to put him on because I'm a big fan of this guy. I love this kid for some reason. And then Dante,
You 20 years ago.
Dante said, "I'm gonna stop by," and I really don't.
I kind of muscled my way on.
Yo, you don't.
apologize.
What time? No,
He
this is what
sounds
he
like
said.
Red Band.
He goes, no, Red Band's. I forget my character. I think I did the same 3 characters.
Yeah.
So no, he goes. What you filming tomorrow? I'm like, I'm recording. You recording? Yeah. What time? 3. All right, I'll stop by. Do you mind?
Is that what I said? Is that what I said?
No, that's the way you sound in my head, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be a crazy show. But I am a fan of everybody on this fucking show today, so I'm very excited about this show, even though it's a lot of people. So people who don't like a lot of people on the show, go fuck yourselves. It's usually other comics. Dude, you go on the show, you can't even say anything, dude. Just shut the fuck up. Why don't you be more alpha male and then you get a word in? How's that sound? Wow. Put that out there. There's a bunch of alpha males in this room right now. I'm not worried about anybody in here.
I have
except
shades.
for fucking him.
I have shades of beta.
Except for Scopo.
Crazy.
What'd you say?
I got shades of beta, so I'll just be.
You know what you have?
Funny
You have
bit.
fucking characters galore.
Thank you.
And I will
It's 'cause
fucking
I'm
allow
afraid
you.
of the real me.
I will allow you to do anything. You know that. I'm a
appreciate
big
that.
fan of Dan Soda.
I thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
I appreciate the building up in front of company.
I love you.
It's a very abusive relationship of you.
Who has?
You're like, I love you so much, so when I hit you later, everyone knows I started with.
I will hit you.
Or he fell.
All right. What? Dante, is your neck? Can it get bigger?
I didn't even know there was. I didn't even know there was a neck.
I'm just wondering if this is some type of therapy you're doing for your quadrants. Oh, there it is.
Turns out Dante's half tortoise.
No, can I say something? Dante's like not like a regular turtle. He's like one of those big snapper turtles.
Yeah.
The snapper turtle.
Yeah, in the Galapagos Islands, that you're like, take a picture with it. It's way bigger than a normal turtle.
All right, who do we got on the show today? Scopio, producer Scopo,
To my right, we have Dante Nero.
who is he's got one of them. I'm telling you right now, your fucking podcast is growing and
Thank
growing
you,
and
brother.
growing.
And I appreciate it. You
Yeah.
definitely helped that.
We're very proud to have you on the network.
I'm proud to be on it.
And you know, when you first joined, I was like,
And
Patrice.
but now,
he didn't say that to me though.
not to you.
It's
I
like,
said
no,
it
I'd love to have you
I
on.
said it to my wife. I said it to Rob. I said it to Soda. I said it
And
to
they all
Scopo.
came and told me. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with Bobby?
No, your show, the Beige Phillips show, is killing it on
Thank you, brother.
Riotcast. Killing it. So there you go. Who else we got?
We got Monster Voice.
Hi.
He's back.
Hey.
More corporate.
Wow, that was a hell of a monster voice.
Right. He's more corporate Dan today.
I am. I'm just, just enjoying it.
I can always tell when he has his hands clasped like a
I'm
fucking weird
concentrating
face.
on not pooping.
Huh? Go take a shit, Dan.
But it's not ready to go yet.
You got to get a squatty potty in here, and then you could.
Oh, we need a studio squatty potty.
We already talked about it. They do have portable squatty
know.
potties.
They do.
Just came out.
Once squatty potty enters the conversation, it's no longer alpha males.
Alpha, wait, I disagree.
I'm on
See, you
Robert's
raised my
side
volume.
there.
It wasn't good. I knew what I was doing. It's better now. I knew what I was doing before. I saw you raise it.
No, I
my
raised
mouth
it.
could not be any further on the fucking thing. It's
better.
I'm in it.
Listen, you're in it to win it. I know about you.
Like, you know what I love is you call me Monster Voice, but
Yeah.
Brian really does have the voice of like a 68-year-old blues guitarist.
I'll tell
Where
you.
he's like, I wrote this song.
It's like Bleeding Gums Murphy.
Yeah.
Like Tom Waits' cat.
I'll tell you right now. Brian Scolaro is here.
Thanks, man.
A
Thanks.
friend for a long time.
I've known you for, 20 years?
A long time. Around 20 years, dude.
You know, you're the reason I'm in the cellar. Do you remember recommending me to the cellar?
I don't.
Yeah, in 1995, you recommended me downstairs.
Really?
And I got in on the first audition. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, well, let me tell you something about this guy. He has one of the careers that I admire because he's a funny stand-up comic, kills it, hilarious.
Yeah.
But then he goes and he books a fucking show all the time. And you'll also know him from the voice of FX.
Louis, just Louis.
All right, which is the voice of FX.
Yeah, I guess pretty much. Yeah.
Fucking Comedian's not really pulling it. No, I'm kidding. Comedian's a great show. But, no, I do like Comedian. No, but Louis is the fucking show, and you are the voice of Louis.
I know we're getting to these guys.
Yeah, no, this is what we do.
I just want to say you're fucking great on the show.
Thank you,
The
buddy.
episode where you're in prison, you're fucking great.
Thank
you become such a great actor.
Thanks, buddy. I
It's
appreciate
fucking
that.
reverse.
Well, I know you're still a great actor. You've been on how many shows have you been on?
I saw you were on the pilot of the cop show. No, the med show. The medics, you know,
Sirens.
Sirens.
You were on pilot. You were great.
With a Coke bottle in my asshole.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to just start sucking each other's dicks in a second?
I hope so.
And now,
That's why I showed up today.
That's why I came.
You're better. No, you're better. No, you are
But
better.
she gave me a goat.
Scopo, what's that?
She gave me a goat, and I didn't know what to do with the goat. It was like a great scene.
Yeah, there was a great scene. I mean, you got to give Louis most of the credit because he writes all that
Well,
shit.
he's not here.
Yeah, I know. No, but hang on. What's it? Louis!
You could fuck us him up, but you didn't. You made it great.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. No, comics really can fuck up things. Your friends, dude, I'm on this thing, and you watch it, you're like, oh, boy. You sit next to your chick, and she's just like, why would he do that? You know what I mean? You're like, well, you know. You ever see a comic friend of yours just suck at acting? You're like, ay. But then next time you see him, you're just like, hey, man.
Killed it.
Killed it.
You were on that show. I saw you on it.
I saw you.
No, you look good, dude.
I saw you on this. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw.
I watched most of it. It was great.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yes, we have from the Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll podcast, Ralph Sutton.
Ralph Sutton,
Thank you so much.
who looks like the guy who gets killed on every episode of Game of Thrones.
That's hilarious. He really
I'll
does.
take it. I'll take it.
He does have a north of the wall vibe.
Yeah,
He really.
The wilding.
North of the wall vibe is fucking great. It really does.
Montradas are king.
The White Walkers are coming. We must join together.
I won't fight by a crow's side.
If you join them, I'll slice your throat while you sleep.
This crow's prettier than all of my wives.
I know Dante's eyeing his necklace.
I
like that. I
He
want to
already
take that.
the
make
ring.
it-
Yeah, the
He
ring.
commented this in the ring already.
I want to take that necklace and make it a nose ring.
That watch is fucking insane. Jesus Christ.
I know.
I close my eyes. I don't know who's talking.
It's great. It's like two of us in there, man. It's amazing.
Wait, who said that?
And of course, we have my new favorite little
Son,
friend.
like a son.
He
like
is
the
like
Greek
I-
son.
I
Your
really.
your little Greek dumpling.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I've
Watching
taken
these two eat together, it's a special thing. It really is.
this kid.
Yeah, you guys look like
toe-to-toe.
Station from
Dude,
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
we were in Boston. We had great food at that place, and then we wanted to go get dairy food, like we wanted to get desserts.
I love
These
the way
two
he,
were
I love the way he
fucking
talks.
dairy
They
food.
had
Who
great
calls-
food.
And we went to get dairy.
I've never heard it described as dairy food.
Yeah, whatever it is. So,
There's a difference difference when food comes from a cow. It's called dairy food.
Why was his mic on and mine not?
Everybody has problems, Brian.
Will you say the guy's name?
Stavros.
His name is Stavros.
Okay.
Wow, that could be any more Greek.
And he is
Halkias.
he is my new favorite. I have taken a liking to this kid. I swear to God, I am like. Do I want to fuck him? I mean,
I am adorable.
You are fucking adorable.
He is adorable.
My
Thanks,
wife
guys.
fucking loves this kid. She goes, I like him a lot. I'm like, settle down.
Oh, great.
His eyes have like childlike wonder in them. He looks very innocent to
Thank
me.
you. Very innocent.
Yeah, it's the spaces between his teeth, his crooked glasses, his fucking male patterned baldness.
I'll tell you this.
Thank you.
I guarantee if he was out of breath and confused asking questions, it would just make me choke up a little bit. I just want to answer all of his questions.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Is everything going to be okay,
Yeah.
Dan?
Oh, God, come here, buddy.
He's got a runny nose.
Oh,
that was a good touch. You
Is
didn't
everything
even
gonna
say
be
that.
all right?
He's actually, but he's fat, but I don't consider him fat for some reason.
No, he's the way you look at the way you look like a D end. Where you're like, I don't think you're fat.
Well, thank
you're
you.
Still athletic.
The end. I appreciate that very
Yeah, I
much.
could have gone tackle.
You could have gone tackle.
I'm not
Nose
a prick.
tackle.
I'm
but
not a prick.
What a guy. Thank you, Dan.
We had the big barbecue at my house this weekend.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, I saw Norton's video of it, which really made me fucking
So
laugh.
fucking funny.
Dude,
It was.
first off, thanks for the invite, man.
Oh,
Here's the problem.
I don't want to.
Here's the problem with the barbecue. Honest to God, this is the problem with the barbecue. Last year I had the barbecue,
great.
and
Sunny.
Somebody burned all the lavender bushes.
I didn't have lavender bushes last
Calling
year.
back to something we talked about off mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, good podcast.
Thank you.
Good
That's what I'm
podcast.
here for.
Why don't you periscope that? Well, last year, what you invite people, and I have a shitty memory, and you start inviting people. Of course, I'm going to get Colin. Of course, I'm going to get, blah blah blah. And you invite, and all of a sudden, I forgot about them, and I forgot about. And as you bump into people, you're like, I forgot about them. No, I know you don't give a fuck.
I wasn't going to come
Dude,
anyway.
I understand.
I was just joking around.
No, I know, but this really happened. It's a fucking weird thing. And Patrice went through this before, too, where he would just not invite people that, even Colin, he didn't invite Colin the next year because he said no the first year.
Right.
He's not coming anyways. And Colin got mad. They got into a fight about it. It's
true.
He was like, I don't give a fuck if I say no every year. I deserve an invite.
Yeah.
You should call me or text me, and I should have the choice to say yes or no, even though I'm always going to say no. I'm not going to Jersey City Ghetto.
Yeah.
Okay, to have a barbecue in a fucking backyard, garage. But I get that. So I tried. Even this year, all the people that came to me and did what you did, but I know.
I swear to God,
No,
Bob.
I know. But a lot of people weren't. A lot of people were fucking hurt.
Oh.
And they came to me and said, hey, what the fuck? I invited them all this year. You know how many of them showed up?
5.
Not one fucking cocksucker.
There you go. Well, now it's over. Now you can use the Patrice rule.
No, I can't because they actually
get mad.
They gave me a text. Hey, sorry I couldn't make it. Blah, 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 blah.
If they excuse themselves out, then you can invite them again. If they just don't show up, then they can say go fuck themselves.
Yes,
That's true.
But they all excused themselves out.
But are you saying you had a party and nobody came? Is that what you're
No,
telling
I had a
us?
party and 50 people came, and I was fucked because okay, here it is. It was nice day. Sunday all week was going to be shit. So I had the 10 people. I call them up. I was going to get a 30 by 20 tent, all set to go, around $500. At the last minute Thursday, they say we don't have that. We have a 40 by 30, and I go, how much is that? $1,000. I go fuck your mother. Go fuck yourself.
They do.
That might have been an overreaction.
No, I didn't say it. I said it. I said it to my wife to tell it to them. She was on the phone. I go, tell them to go fuck themselves. Hang up. And she was like, she just hung up.
He says he's sick.
So I went to A&P, and for $29 a pop, I bought pop-up gazebos. Okay. And I put up 6 pop-up gazebos, and I made a fucking 40 by 30 tent.
So you had a wedding reception in your backyard.
Well, I duct taped them all together.
Okay.
So that the
Very
rain.
MacGyver.
Right. Duct taped them all together. I bought a beautiful $140 gazebo for under my rock garden fire pit. It was every seat was covered. There was a chair for everybody, and every seat was covered from the rain. Everybody shows up. I got around $700, $800 worth of food. Okay. Wow. The sun's out around 2:00. My neighbor comes up, Dolores, 67, 72, whatever the fuck. Bobby, I don't know who you know, but you must know somebody very big up there, because the sun's out. So let's just pray that it stays that way.
Dolores, don't you fuck this up for me. Don't you put God in this, Dolores.
Oh, she fucked it up.
Dolores started rolling.
10 minutes later, it rained. I'm out. I got a fucking photo of me. I cooked for 3 hours in the rain.
It was fucking hilarious.
It was torrential fucking rain.
Yeah.
It was God rain. It was fucking God rain.
Bobby, I don't know who you know up there, but they're gonna like you for 10 minutes. And
Dante said that?
That's me, many guys. I can't get the joke. It's like all me. The whole podcast is me.
I was going to go red band.
There's too much red band already.
I think he saw the excitement in my eyes and he jumped in.
So,
Double Dutch. I cut you in Double Dutch.
Whatever.
so it starts raining. It's fucking ridiculous. I got 50 people, and I could hear, and they're all comics, and they're the fucking meanest, funniest people in the
They
world.
were trashing the shit out of you.
They were. I could just hear them, but I had to cook. I had to keep cooking. I just kept cooking, and I'm talking. Rain is going down my asshole. I'm wet, fucking head to toe.
Oh, but you're in hero mode at that point.
I'm in I have to. If I don't feed these fucking people, it's going south.
Hearts on fire. Yeah, that's
Flipping
your.
steak tips. Fucking, of course, Stavros keeps coming by stealing fucking food off the grill.
But so adorably.
I gotta get mad at him.
I'm sorry, Bobby. But the steak tips my belly hurts.
Okay, Stavros. Oh, he's Kaiser Soze's you. And then he walks away. He's like, that fucking prick.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. Everything's holding up. Everybody's under awnings. It's actually going great. Everybody's there. My manager, Jim Serpico, comes with his whole family. His wife's the best. His kids are awesome. No, of course I do. And then, Meredith came. Chris Ellis came. I mean, it was fucking awesome. It wasn't a lot of great people. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, all the tents are home. All of a sudden, they hear whoosh. One of the fucking gazebos literally breaks. All the water just falls on Scopo's fucking ass.
me and Monroe is sitting there. We got the word. He got in the back, and I got all down my fucking legs. It was
And then
soaked.
all of a sudden, the gazebos just started fucking.
One after the other?
Yeah.
Dude, it was a nightmare.
And everyone was like, "Fuck that, we're going inside."
50 people in my living room.
That's great.
Except Bobby's still outside. Just looks like
Yeah.
he looked like an autistic kid whose thing was grilling. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just like, I have to keep grilling. Have to keep grilling.
Yeah.
He was like
we
radio-
got him,
he was
we
like-
got him off trains.
Yeah.
And we moved him to grilling.
It was like radio in the rain in the football game. That's a good one.
Wow, that was not. Oh my god! I mean, we could take a vote, but I'm just going to assume.
Don't take a
Dude,
vote.
here's
It
the
is
problem
fucking
because
day.
he made the joke that got a laugh, and you went. It's like you just more detailed about it. It's like
No,
radio guy in the
I had
rain.
it first, and he beat me to it.
First of all, I want you to eat this and swallow it, shit it back
Yeah.
out, and give it back to me, washed. That's how bad that
It'll
joke
come
was.
with your steak tips.
You deserve wrap that around the top of the microphone. I want everybody watching to see what a fuck, dude. It's like radio. I wish we had replay. I want to. That's like a bad smell. I just want to smell it again.
I wish we had a squatty potty. Because then
So-
you could poop that bandana out a lot easier.
So here's the deal. It was fucking nuts. And then of course Ben and Jerry guys, I had them cater Sundays. How great was that?
That was good. Yeah.
Everybody's in my kitchen with Sundays, and there's a bunch of kids.
Dairy food?
Huh?
Yeah, dairy food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no fucking acidics. So it wound up being. I think it was a blast. It wound up being fucking great.
I had a good time.
You didn't get invited.
That's
Next year though, you're getting the invite.
I don't even live here.
I
It's
know.
okay.
That's why you're getting the invite.
That's why I haven't seen you in
Safe
6
invite.
years. It's okay.
It was a fucking crazy day, but it was a blast. It was a fucking. Everybody had a good time. Everybody ate. Everybody left around 5:30 or so. The house. It was just me, Stavros, and my friend Joe. And all of a sudden, I look and there's just these two black kids walking up my driveway in the rain. And fucking
It was Chris Cotton. And
Chris
Derek
Cotton
Gaines.
and who?
Derek Gaines.
Yeah,
well, Chris called Monroe at like 3 and
Yeah.
was like, "You guys gonna be there?" We're like, "Yeah, we're gonna be there." And then the rain just fucking fucked everything up.
They show up at the door. I go, look, this isn't a black fucking barbecue. I have a 2-year-old. It's over at 5:30. He goes to bed at 7. It's done.
So they just
No, of course I brought him in. I
He
fed
brought
him
him in,
like
fed him like everything.
I fed him. They ate.
After he bitched at him, and he fed him everything that he could
They
have.
They did. I saw them last night. They were talking about how good the food
They
was.
fucking ate 3 hamburgers each, 2 hot dogs. They were commenting that, yo, man, this is a good barbecue. You have front open hot dog buns.
For a half hour they talked about that.
Instead of opening up the side, they open up the top.
Split top hot dog buns.
Split tops.
Wait, that's a thing?
Oh
Yeah, with
all hot
with
dog-
black
A
dudes.
true sign of wealth is the split top.
Yeah, so
I
apparently,
didn't know I was eating the Mercedes-Benz of fucking hot dog buns all
My whole life.
I thought polo lessons were normal.
Are you sure they weren't just holding the buns to the side the whole fucking life? Is it always the top? I'm so happy I got that one in. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
You just turn their wrist. You're like, hey, there you go.
We're rich.
and then they started eating the cake.
They ate
Now
a
we
hot
had the
dog.
Colin Quinn cake, and then we had Max's cake. Max's cake was a double-decker, yellow with chocolate frosting.
Why
cake.
2 separate cakes?
Well, Colin's birthday, is
Okay.
he's a different human being, and my son is Max, and he's a different human being.
I know, but it's odd that you have 2 separate cakes. I didn't realize it was.
I didn't want to have 2 like mush cakes
I didn't know
together.
they was both their birthdays. That's what it was.
Colin, you're this.
I love that he slammed them just for not knowing that they were 2 birthdays. That's
Sorry for
fucking
not
awesome.
knowing everyone's birthdays.
No, I said that.
Like,
Didn't I
you
say it
idiot.
I know. I said it was Colin's birthday. I said we had Colin's cake, Colin's birthday, and we actually have a cake for Amy because it was Amy's birthday too.
Wasn't Nikki Glaze's birthday the same day?
Yeah, but I'm not as close with her.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't fucking know. So, anyways, they're eating. Max's cake is way better. It's fucking. It's a double decker. It's just a better cake. They're eating that thing like it's fucking popcorn. And I said, I go. Listen, stop with the cake. You're taking Colin. Eat Colin's fucking cake. You don't eat. That's my son's cake. But they were fucking great. They actually left. They said they're going to get me an award in the black community for feeding black children.
Great. NAACP is going to acknowledge it.
They ate a lot of food, dude. And then they left. I gave them trays, huge, like 2 plates each. And I go, grab a couple sodas. And they did. They grabbed 3 each. It's like, do you guys do spots? Do you get spot money? What the fuck? No, but they fucking left. And then it was a great party, even though the rain happened. But it was fucking nuts. It was a nut fucking day.
I absolutely hate throwing parties. I don't know why you do it. Is you have to clean up, you have to get all the
It's
food.
no fun for you
Nobody
at all.
ever says thank you. You're always like, oh shit, someone's gonna spill something.
Yeah, but it was his son's birthday. That's
but that's a different
Well,
thing.
it's more than that. It's I'll tell you why. Patrice used to throw these parties every year.
awesome.
Barbecues, and we all went, and it was our way of staying together as friends. Okay, here's comedy, and we show here, blah, 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 but let's go and do normal shit together, okay? We can't go to Brazil anymore and bang hookers, because, some of us are married with children, so let's just go to a barbecue, hang out as human beings and real friends, and, mix and mingle, and that's what we did, and Keith called me up a couple years ago when I got a house and said, when's the fucking barbecue, you motherfucker? And I was like, I get it. And that's why I throw at least 2 barbecues a year for all of us comics to get together and just hang out and be fucking human beings for a little bit. Instead of having to just see the clubs or all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's a very thankless position to be the party host.
Well, you're right, but I kind of like it. I don't mind cooking for everybody. There's this fucking maternal instinct I have that I kind of like taking care of my friends, and I didn't mind cooking. I literally cooked for 3 hours straight. But you're right. Next year we're hiring a maid to come in at the end of the party around 7, 8 o'clock. So we're going to get a maid and a whole crew to come in and clean up. So my wife isn't cleaning.
Rob, can I borrow $500?
Hang on a
I
second.
think you apparently are doing great.
That was $120 for a
Buying
maid.
gazebos, maids.
They were $120. I didn't spend $1,000. I don't have money.
2 cakes.
Yeah, Bobby's the gazebo king of fucking Westchester.
If anybody wants a gazebo, let me know. I got 6. I swear to God, I'm giving gazebos
When
away.
did they go from tent to gazebo? Like, why did you make that switch? You bought them as tents, and then you made them gazebos.
No, I was going to get a tent.
Then
The
they only had
10
one tent.
people.
But what quantifies gazebo over tent?
A tent, that's a good question. I mean, it's a weird
wanna
question.
say-
I don't
Well,
know.
just because you made the
You need this-
differentiation.
what are you, fucking nuts? Why do you need this? What makes the difference between a tent and a gazebo?
You said you bought 4 tents and you made a gazebo.
No. I said I bought 4 gazebos and made a tent.
It sounds like
even worse.
It's
no,
almost
it's not. A gazebo is like a 10 by 10.
It's like
It's just a pop-up little. It's like it's just no walls, nothing.
The walls, I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
No
A
walls.
tent. Well, a tent has walls,
Yeah.
but Yeah,
The
tent could
has
still
walls,
be
gazebo
no.
doesn't.
This
No,
tent's
tent
got
could
a
be
walnut
open.
wall.
Tent holds the water away.
it.
Gazebo does not.
Dude, I like that Ralph was almost
Hey, one second.
cross-examining.
This is why.
I just like to know. I like to
Can
get
I say
information.
something? I just want to say something. This is why I know people just don't like Scopo. That was a great joke, and this beautiful man who's here for the first time laughed hysterically at his joke, and we didn't even hear it. We don't even listen to Scopo.
Yeah, you know.
That was a great joke, Scopo. You can
Thank
take
you.
the bandana off on that one.
I'll keep it until
You
someone
should.
throws a stinker out.
Scope.
Go fuck yourselves. I don't need this.
Scopo made a funny.
yourself.
Scopo.
I'm gonna catch the replay.
That's
and
like doing
just
it. That's like doing a checks bond. Everyone's like, all right, you can do it, buddy. Come on.
Oh, well, you
got
got
it.
it. Well, you deserve it back. There you go. Keep it. Fucking shitty analogies. That's like doing it. Anyways, yeah. So where were we before we got interrupted by Mythbusters?
That's what I'm here for, gentlemen.
What's the difference between? Well, we tested it. Go ahead. What's
I
up?
was just gonna say you were talking about Colin and arguing with Patrice over the invite.
Yeah.
I used to like nothing more than watching the two of them argue. They were great arguers. I
Really?
know Colin's still alive.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, with Patrice, he was a fantastic arguer. I saw them debate for an hour and a half of what was better, Sanford and Son or All in the Family.
Oh,
And
those
it was
arguments.
a great debate.
Yeah.
But this was a real one, you're saying?
Well, what with them though? That was a
Yeah.
real argument. That was a real. Yeah, that was, his feelings were hurt, man. You know, it's. I get it though. You know, I understand it. When you don't get invited to something, you especially you know, where people you think you're friends with somebody for a second, and you don't get the invite, it fucking hurts. You're like, what the fuck did I do? And with me, and I learned that like I didn't. You just forget. But there is a point financially where you have to say, look, I can't buy 107 hot dogs and 107 hamburgers because you don't know how much somebody's going to eat. You don't. I mean, I kind of did it better this year. You know what I mean? But the year before, I had way too much food. This year, I kind of had the just the right amount. But
How old is your kid now?
Patrice, I spent $1,000 on food for a fucking barbecue. Now, if fucking nobody shows up, I'm fucked.
Right.
If everybody shows up, you know, it's good.
I did it 2 years ago for New Year's. I spent almost $2,000 on a party, had about 20 people in my house.
Yeah.
Everybody said it was the best party they ever had in their lives. I was fucking miserable. I'm never doing it again. People spilled shit on my couch. People broke shit.
Yeah.
I never want to do that again. I don't see the enjoyment of that at all.
Yeah, well, you gotta stop inviting fucking metal bands to parties. I invited fucking comics. We're boring. Fucking, all we did was try to fucking smash each other. That's all they did was just smash each other and eat food. And then Keith got drunk. We had to worry about one black guy spilling wine on my floor.
Well, yeah, two black guys show up late.
Yeah, it was a good time. They were smashing everybody though. Jesus Christ, I'm glad I was cooking, because you could just hear the laughter coming from the fucking underneath the good gazebo or the tent. So, anyways, yeah, I get it though. Your feelings get hurt. I mean, look, man. I remember when anything kind of fucks you. I remember when I did the Moon Tower Festival. And they didn't put my fucking name on the poster, and you show up and you look and your name's nowhere on. It's like, what the fuck? What? I'm closing every show, and my fucking name's not on the poster. You're like, I mean, it sounds trivial, like who gives a fuck? Shut your face. But it's not. It's like, why the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be Ann Moore.
I host this rock cruise every year called Shiprocked, and I know Soder loves to make fun of it also with Limp Bizkit on a.
Oh yeah, it's hepatitis on the
Yeah.
ocean.
And we had Fred Durst do the announcements on the
Who's
boat
that?
for the lead singer Limp Bizkit.
What's that? What is that?
It's a rock band.
From when?
Will Durst.
The 90s?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I keep the faith.
Yeah.
One of the greatest songs ever fucking remade.
It's actually Faith, not Keep the Faith.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
No, I was talking about the George Michael version.
well,
That's one of the
it's
greatest
both. They're
songs.
called Faith.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So you.
I was just trying to get out of that. I literally.
But he literally announced
two holes in my shit.
he announced every single thing that was happening on the boat for the whole week on the microphone. The only thing he didn't mention was the SDR show being on the boat.
Really?
Like on for 4,000 people heard every single announcement. But then we feel like shit. You feel like we not matter?
Yes.
You know, like what the fuck? We're here every night.
When I did the brouhaha with Cowhead, I mean, it's his fucking show that's promoting it. They fucking didn't have a dressing room for him and the band. He has a fucking band, Pitbull Toddler.
Yeah.
And they're playing after in the lobby, and they're promoting it on the fucking #1 morning show for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever, a month. And they walked in. They go, "Who are you?" It's like, he's like, I'm fucking Mike. Are you fucking out of your mind? How do you not, let that get under your skin?
But it's not personal, though.
It's personal.
But
my therapist said it's not personal.
That's what that was the point.
I know what you were doing. I'm so glad my therapist isn't your size.
dude,
This
if
would be-
Alan was that, I would be.
I'd be like, no, you're right. You're
First
right.
off, I wouldn't.
My
have
wife's not a cunt.
I wouldn't have worked through any issues. I'd be like, yeah, whatever.
My wife's never passive aggressive.
Yeah.
She's not a bitch. I'm gonna go home right now and make love to her. I'm gonna eat her pussy and go, it's not my sister. It's not my sister. Oh, how you doing? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It just sucks getting when you do something, you want to fucking, especially in comedy, you want to feel good about it.
Right.
Why the fuck do everybody get to feel good except for you sometimes? And it's just a matter of fucking, hey, put his name on the poster. I don't give a fuck.
What about when it's spelled wrong? Does that piss you off as much too? It's got to be really fucking annoying.
It's ridiculous that
Yeah.
that would happen.
like-
Because here's the thing: if that would bother me 100 years ago when they had to literally put type, get a letter and fucking and then gunk gunk.
Yeah.
It's on a computer.
When it
It's
was
digital.
engraving, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I walk into every situation now assuming it's going to be absolutely horrible, and then I leave very happy.
Really?
Yeah, you always got. I always go any event that you assume something's gonna fucking happen.
I'm like, oh, they're going to give me a feature who's 200 pounds heavier than me, so I can't do my fat jokes. I'm sure it's going to happen. His name's going to be bigger.
Yeah.
My mic's going to be broken. Nobody's going to show up. And then everything turns out fine. And I go, yeah, that was good. Usually that's kind of shit that happens.
That's the best philosophy. You
it's a fucking.
set the
that's-
bar.
I know.
It's
I was
a
half
psychotic
joking.
philosophy.
I was half joking.
I'm completely serious. You put the bar so low, you can step over it.
Right, yeah,
you
you've done
got-
that with your career.
Whole thing.
It's worked.
I am blown away that I'm here right now.
I know what you're saying, but there's a point. I know what you're saying. You joke around, but there is a point where you're like, it's too. I think we're a bunch of people pleasers. At least I am, because you feel bad
Yeah.
when they get it wrong, and then they try to get it right, and then I'm like, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I mean. You just shut your mouth and it's all right, whatever. I'll let my comedy do the talking. Yeah, I'm 25 years in. I am pretty sure it's not going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My comedy's going to do. What the fuck? What are you going to do?
About 20 years ago, James Earl Jones was given an award for
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Day,
Yeah.
and on it said to James Earl Ray, the guy that killed Martin Luther King, and they gave it to him on stage, and that's when they noticed that the award was spelled wrong.
And then he flipped the fuck out.
But there was a
like, "You
fucking
bitches."
white supremacist.
I'm sure there was a white supremacist behind that, but
Literally, way back
fucking-
in the crowd going like this.
Goddamn crackers.
That is a great prank, though. I mean, it's racist as shit, but that's
That's
pretty
not.
funny.
It's fucked up.
That's not an accident. Somebody intentionally.
somebody did it. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Somebody,
I'm
oh, no,
sure.
there's no way you fuck that up.
They're like, why did we pick the Confederacy fucking plaque building company? I don't know.
Wow.
That was wordy.
That was
I mean, listen.
I
it's-
was with you, though.
You have such a
Scopo's looking at you.
You have such
Don't I
a
get rid of
tight
this
window to
bandana?
say any
Go
words
ahead.
on here.
What's that?
47 people
Before
here. What
the
do you
fucking
want?
avalanche of words come out, you got to get it in
I
quick.
think we're doing fine.
We're doing all
I
right.
think we're
but
doing
I
good.
stumbled a little bit because it's like,
Don't-
go, 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 go.
I don't think. No,
I think so. I absolutely think so.
Do not
Everyone's
blame.
looking at you.
Yeah.
Do not blame your fucking flub on the fucking amount of people. Everybody in here is doing very well
I absolutely will.
on not talking over each
100%.
other. I don't think so.
100%.
Can you fix the strings on your hoodie, please? They're bugging me.
Never.
That's actually what I wanted.
Good.
Reverse
You wanted-
psychology.
You wanted stroke hoodie?
Anyways, your podcast is Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll.
Yes.
And what is it about? I don't know too much about it.
Really?
What
It's
three
about
things
those
is
three
it
things.
about?
What three things do you talk about? Well, really quickly, I do it with Jay Okerson, who I
Yep.
love.
Boo.
And
No, I'm kidding. No. Did Jay get his hair cut?
last night we
yeah.
periscoped the debut last
Okay,
night.
why did he get his hair cut?
He
What?
said it's just time.
It looked
That's
ratty.
so-
I think it was too long.
So
and
he's back to hip hop, Jay.
he looks like he was like someone tweeted that he looked like a lead singer in a lesbian band or something.
Well, we don't. Nobody knows this, but Jay was really into fucking rap at one point, and he had a hip hop hairdo, and he wore hip hop clothes, and he
His
listened.
promo picture with Kevin Hardy has super short hair.
Well, no, he used to dress like
big pants.
Yeah, big
Cuts in
pants.
the
And,
parts.
he used to have the fade,
High top fade.
That's
fade.
awesome.
3 cuts in the eyebrow, trying to wild out.
Yeah, he tried to. He was really fucking
Yeah.
hip hop back in the day.
That's
and
funny.
now he's metal, but now he's finding himself. in the
Finding his
middle.
roots. He's going back to his roots.
I hope. Well, at least now one mitten's gonna come off. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum,
You know,
ba-bum, bum.
it's so hard as a fat comic that I don't want people to make fun of my weight, but yet when a good fat joke comes along about another fat comic,
Yeah.
I want to say it, but then I feel bad because I feel like I'm turning on my fat brethren.
You're not.
But you said he used to have big pants, and, well, come on. Doesn't he still
Have big
have
pants.
big pants?
That was worth it.
All right. Oh, jeez.
So we interview rock stars.
Never even met you, dude. I'll tell you the truth. When I fucking walked in here, I was like, I hope I'm not sitting next to that guy. And look what happened.
Hang on one second.
It was like
I
a
wanna-
homeless Subway smell when he came up the stairs.
I want to see
And I was like, I want to
something.
sit next to that guy.
Hang on.
Ryan is going at him.
I don't even fucking know him. I don't even fucking know you.
Fuck you, Ralph.
That's all right. Fuck me all day. I don't care, man.
Hang on one second. This is why I love Brian Scolaro.
He's so mad.
Listen to me. That's why I love Brian Scolaro. Brian Scolaro. I had lunch with Lenny Marcus today, and he told
Right,
me
right.
just a beautiful Brian Scalaro story.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He goes, with the,
when I vomited on ecstasy.
No, no, not that one. He told me. I told him I love Brian because he doesn't take shit. he there's no filter. There's no let me go talk to something. It's fucking right then and there. As it happens, it goes in his ear and it comes out his fucking mouth. And that's why I love Brian. Okay, and he told me the time you were at the Nebraska comedy festival.
Yeah. He wasn't there with me, but we spoke about
He
it.
said you called him.
Yeah, I was pissed.
What? Tell me what happened.
I don't want to talk bad, but it's just like when it's they were like, you want to do this competition? I go, I don't do competitions. And then he said, I promise you it's fair. I was like, you swear to God it's fair? So he's, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll come. And then I go, and me and like several other people kill.
Right.
But it's got to be one white guy, one black guy, one girl. Each fucking competition had to end with, I was like, what are the chances?
Right.
That each group wound up with one white guy, one black guy, one girl.
Yeah.
So then we were probably pretty pissed. I called up Lenny. He was like, yeah, it's fake.
Yeah.
Because I was promised it was real.
You were fucking flipping. You were mad as fuck.
Oh yeah, it was. I was the next $1,000 to get to the next round, and and Bob Biggerstaff did well. He should have advanced.
I
Right.
fucking love Brian. Like, as soon as he fucking snapped on him and just kind of
I
dismissed
didn't even
him,
fucking know him.
you can see, I don't know him, and he's just
was like,
loading up the gun. Bang, 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 bang. Just started letting off on him one after the other. Bang, 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 bang.
I even forget what he did. What did he do again?
He just started
was like,
going
well,
at
that
him.
was
He
Insane
was
shit. About six
he
quick
rattled
things.
off like 6 things.
Yeah, he was like,
I'm just saying.
I don't even fucking know you, man.
like,
Fucking
I know
piece of
him,
shit.
I
You
know
smell
him,
like
I know
you smell
him.
like
but there was
crack
like
that piss, you know?
but it was like he tripped like a wire, and he's like, "Brap, brap, 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 brap." he's on the premises. Brap, brap, brap. If Brian was an old man in Mississippi and someone came on his lawn, they'd be dead. They'd just be dead. Brian's got
I
like
never killed
there's a
anybody.
no trespassing sign on the lawn. You don't trespass.
He'd pop 3 shots off and then go, I don't even know this fucker. And then, pop, 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 pop. I don't even fucking know this guy.
Brian has a bunch of balls in his backyard
Yeah.
from kids in the neighborhood. You ain't getting this
So,
guy.
wait, you guys are getting this 15-minute rant from one fucking sentence.
Yeah,
You've got
hang on
my
one second.
personality down.
We're called comedians. That's kind of what we do.
Well, the 4. Podcast shows.
Oh, shit, man. All right, so did we squash this between you two?
It's nonsense. I mean,
I am going to keep it alive in my See,
Come on,
first impression. I'm saying first impressions matter.
go on.
So even when me and you are at Big J's funeral in 5 minutes, I'm going to say fuck that guy. I'll be shaking your hand. I'm going to say to my date, fuck that guy.
and totally justified. Totally justified.
And I'm gonna be there like, do you know what the history is between them? I'm like, I think Brian made a pants joke. Ralph didn't like it.
And I'll be like, I was there. I was there when it happened.
No. What happened was...
We're talking about Jay's haircut. Ironically, it was about Jay.
Fuck it,
All right, let's.
That's karma, though. That's karma. I didn't want to make fun of another fat comic. Look what happened. I got
Next time, go with
why
it,
you
Brian.
don't do it.
Just go with it, Brian.
I did it. Just
Can I say
went
something?
late.
There is a fat. Like I said this on stage the other night, and I got a hot one. But I said it. It's like black guys with OJ, fat guys with fat guys.
We stood by each other.
Yeah, we do. It's
100%.
true. That's why I have that joke about fat riot cops, and I feel when I watch the news, I look for the fat guy in the news, like in tragedies, like the tsunami. I remember I could see the fucking skinny guys in the trees, and there's always that fat guy holding on to 2 Honda bumpers, just you know what I mean, with like every cat in the neighborhood on his fucking head, and it's like fuck, nobody can help him because he's too big. You know, they just gotta let him fucking die.
I do get angry at fat people, though, and I do when I'm by myself in the car, and there's a fat guy taking forever. I'm like, get the fuck, crossing the street. I'm like, get out of the way, you fat fuck.
Really?
Or if I'm staring at a girl in a supermarket creepily from like 3, whatever, 3 feet away, 3 hours away, just looking at her, and the fat guy just happens to step in between us to block my view. I go, you fat fuck.
Right.
Like I still do it about other fat people, despite the fucking fact.
I feel bad. I always feel bad for fat people. And I'm not just talking obese motherfuckers. I'm talking,
Yeah.
I mean, like not in shape people.
You look like you lost weight.
No. I'm fucked with the weight.
Why?
Because I was on a tear for 3 weeks, going to the gym, working out, no sugar, no grains. I went back to Boston to do the show, and I hung out with this fucking Slovaki.
I tapped out.
I think everyone tries to go too gung-ho. You go in 100%, like, know this, know that, and you can't keep that up. You just got to cut 1 or 2 things out. I lost 11 pounds in the past month just by, like, stopping to eat bread.
I know. I agree with you. I don't really get too crazy. Like I'm on a diet. I just try to cut the sugars and the grains out, and then when I fuck up, I fuck up. But there's a difference between what I did when we went back to Boston, and since then I've been on a binge.
Yeah.
I've been drugging it out, dude. There's no need for me to have a half a cake. Do you understand
Was
what I'm
it a
saying?
double-decker good cake? Or was
No, it was a Colin Quinn cake. Yeah, and last night I'm like, I'm hungry. I was like, I went.
Took
and-
half of it down, huh?
I just went and got Chinese food. You know what I mean? It was dumb.
Are you like if you get the taste that you're good, or you just you go all in?
Do you get shark eyes? Like the sugar? Like you're just fucking.
As soon as when I go to bite the cake, they roll back so I don't hurt them.
Oh, fuck, that image is going to make me laugh for weeks. Bobby gets shark eyes. You ever seen it? Black eyes. Like a doll's eyes. He gets to thrashing. You only see the white of his teeth.
I think there's a certain point that I accept my fatness. Someone sent me a picture of me. My actual friend, my great friend Joe Yannetti from Boston, who's just survived cancer this last year, thank God.
What are you, an Italian grandma? Why do you bring up bad shit when you talk about people? My friend Estelle, whose son just died. Anyways, we were at Kmart together.
You're right.
Brought up fucking nothing. Just made me bummed out. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's a fun Italian name we can make fun of.
Can I have speaking of cancer, I do want to bring this up. Oh, okay. No, because it helped me out today. It really did. It helped me out actually 3 times in the last day and a half. Mm-hmm. It's on my Facebook page. It's on the You Know What Dude page. I was going through my Facebook home feed, whatever the fuck it is, people I follow, and I saw Jim Brewer.
I saw
things you shouldn't say to your wife if she's going through chemo. He put a video up. His wife didn't show her, but it's Jim.
She's going through chemo?
She has cancer.
I didn't know that.
So his dad
just
his
died.
dad,
Jesus
his sister,
Christ.
and now but he's in the room. Let me tell you something about this guy. I'm not great friends with Jim. I know him. He's been very nice to me over the years, and we all know how funny he is. But I'll tell you how fucking truly funny this guy is. And this is I'm talking a comic through and through, born to be, and there's nothing you can say about it. This guy's sitting in the bed with his wife, who's going through chemo right then, and he says things. He's laughing with his wife, and he does a video. Now he doesn't have to share this with the world. Mm-hmm. It's a very private moment. He says things you shouldn't say to your wife when she's going through chemo, and he's like, "Are you done yet?" You know what I mean? And he starts, and he's laughing, but she's laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
In the background. and he just keeps going. It's like the game's on. You know what I mean? And it's hilariously funny. You know, Jim's laugh is contagious too. It was one of the greatest things ever to see a guy making his wife, you know what I mean? And that you could sit there and sulk and be sad and cry and not talk to anybody, not do any social, nothing. And everybody would be okay with that. But he is in that moment fucking being himself and his wife, and they're fucking laughing and loving each other and giggling. And I thought about that 3 times. Shit has happened to me, the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Gives a fuck. Fuck it. You know, so I just want to say, you know, thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his wife.
Absolutely. He's having a rough 5 years.
And that is really just made me laugh and cry a little.
But I think that's what it comes down. A lot of comics, it's our self-defense mechanism. So when shit starts getting fucking real bad, that's what you lean on. That's how you fucking survive a lot of this shit. Every comic you know, there's always like one story where you're like, fuck, you went through that?
But it reminds me, you know what it made me feel? Is it reminded me that the reason why our chicks love us is because of that.
Yeah, she probably, that's the best laugh she's had in God knows how long, and he brought that to her.
Right.
And laughter helps you fucking feel better. There's no denying that.
Fuck yeah.
When I was a kid, my mother said to me that everyone goes through shit, and it's how you handle it that defines you.
Right.
And that right there is showing how you take shit and make something good out of it.
Right. Yeah, Brian doesn't believe.
Brian doesn't believe shit.
I was gonna say as a joke that it wasn't worth it.
I would like that. I would like that.
I know,
But we're still enemies, so you can't say it.
I want to make up.
It's working out. This is almost like,
struggling.
We should get two fingerless mittens and have them wear one each.
This is like the Baltimore riots when the Crips and the Bloods came together.
After so long, the feud's finally over.
We have classic rock and metal rock.
I love Brian so much. I'm just watching him struggle with not liking him.
I want to move on, but I was just like, it was weird. Can we draw to attention? It was a weird thing.
I don't know him.
Like if Dan said it, I'm like, oh, okay, Dan said it. Rob said it, I would have expected it. I didn't really fucking. I'm saying because I known you for 20 years. I've never even fucking met this guy.
I don't even know you piece of shit.
You know how many bad jokes you had in the beginning? I was just quiet with.
Why would you do that?
But you guys are pushing it. You know what's funny?
And we're back to being enemies. We're back to being enemies.
I don't want to be enemies.
Like, you know when you have to give yourself pep talks to be like, I'm going to be more assertive, I'm going to be more honest, I'm going to look in the mirror and be like, be Brian Scolaro. Be Brian.
Because you're
Say
good
what's
enough
true.
and you're smart
I'm going to
enough.
Stuart Smalley myself by being like, fucking honesty.
Go out of the fucking side profile, for Christ's sake.
Brian doesn't
I told you I don't
fuck
like the
with
fuck.
nobody.
Right there. That's the only shot of me ever, Deepu.
Sorry, Bobby.
Cocksucking Deepu has a side, literally, my fat and my legs going up the
like
side.
Where's that camera, though?
I think he does the fucking lighting to show more fat than there
He's
is.
doing the Alfred Hitchcock
Fucking
profile.
Christ. I looked over at the monitor. Who the fuck is that fat fuck? It's me.
Where is that camera, though?
It's right there.
Oh, okay.
No more side camera.
You let Louis shoot you from the side.
You're not anything like Louis.
That's true.
My show is not as successful as that. If this show had that many viewers, I'd do this naked. Louis actually, I invited him to the barbecue,
Right.
and I wasn't expecting.
No, he wouldn't come.
Well, no.
I mean, I just can't. I can't picture him going because of the family.
Did you tell him you had top loaded Frank buns? He might have showed up.
Top loaded.
Listen, look, we're all nervous now that someone's going to attack someone for a bad joke. I want that to move on.
No, he texted me and said, "I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I was out on my island." And I said, no, it was a good time. And I sent him a video. There was a video of Morgan Murphy made of Colin Quinn playing cornhole, throwing the thing and literally making the shot. Here comes the sun with that song playing. Right. And then I had a video of Norton going, it's just pouring, raining out. Everybody's under the fucking gazebo, which is similar to a tent.
I thought it was dope. That's what I thought.
And he goes, Bob's party is what?
God damn, it made me laugh.
Yeah, I put them two together.
He goes, Bob's party's bumming everyone out.
Yeah.
fucking made me laugh. I was in the airport and I was like, God bless Jim Norton. That really fucking made me laugh. Because at first I was like, okay, it's cornhole, I get it. And then it's just him upset and there's rain coming down from a fucking circus tent. And he's like, Bob's with parties upset and everything. It's like Jim's sourpuss face.
Yeah. I know, Jim really does look like a fucking baby snake that just broke out of an egg.
Oh. God damn. Yeah.
So it was. But he was like, yeah. I sent him that. It was cool to. At least he responded, which was nice. Amy couldn't come; she was too busy winning a Peabody Award.
Peabody,
I believe, right? And a People's Choice, something else too. She won
it's
too.
It's fucking amazing. She's got a movie coming out. You know how fucking hard that is for anybody to do now.
Yeah. Well, not a movie coming out. She has a movie coming out with Judd Apatow.
Yeah, she got a summer.
It's
fucking
amazing.
huge.
It's absolutely
It's
amazing.
gonna be.
Oh, the movie I heard is going to be insane.
Everyone I've talked to that's seen it's like it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she's and the show this year, Amy's show this year,
Funny as shit.
was so fucking. But it was, I don't know, it was so poignant, and I know it dealt with all women's issues, and it dealt with her, fat issues, all this, but it was really well. I would say parceled out. It wasn't too heavy on either. Yeah. It was so funny too. You know what I mean?
This was the funniest season.
I think it was the funniest season ever. And one of the funniest seasons of any show I've watched in a long time.
Well, I think the good thing is there is a point to it, but you don't feel like the point's being shoved on you.
That's what I was trying to say, and I was hoping someone would cut me off. But apparently,
I'll
guys
come in and clean this. I'll do punch up on your fucking explanation.
We said not to speak over each other.
I know. Unless when to do so will help one of us. I said the word parcel.
Yeah. The way it was parceled and
I was busy Googling parcel. I couldn't help you out.
The way it was smorgasborded together.
It's like, holy shit. I was fucking stammering.
Does parcel mean what I don't think
Dude,
it
you
means?
sounded like a guy in court trying to defend himself. You're like, well, the apparatus was used incorrectly.
I would like to defend myself, Your Honor.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, it was this season was great. This season was great. And she won a bunch of awards, and yes, she is going to be massive.
Yeah,
so
I think so too.
It's the time of the rock star comedian right now. I think around 8 years ago, even for I think of all of comedy, there's only been one or two guys at the same time, maybe one, never really two. But now there's around 4 or 5 guys, and now I think Amy's going to be one of those people who is just selling the fucking arenas.
But look how many people have done. I mean, Madison Square Garden. If you were able to sell out, I mean, it's incredible to sell out Madison Square Garden.
At first it was just what? Dice,
Carlin.
That was the shit.
Dice, and then Rock later, and then
can't forget Steve Martin.
Steve Martin first.
Didn't Carlin sell it out too?
But I'm saying like in this year alone,
slow down, Dan.
It's been Louis, Aziz, Gaffigan,
Kev,
like Little Kev. Bill Burr was there. I mean, it's like you're right. There's like 10 people that are fucking really.
I mean, rock stars. I mean, comedy. Comics are becoming rock stars. I mean, we're talking. You can't get a single guy to sell out to do a tour like Louis did, or Aziz did, or Russell Peters did.
Oh yeah.
Most bands can't fucking sell that many tickets.
Not anymore, anyway.
Not anymore.
Burr did what? 19 shows at the Wilbur.
Yeah. Well, that's one arena show.
But that's still that's insane to
That's
go
insane,
that
but
many
it's
fucking. That
I mean, what that shows you is that Burr could
damn.
sell out an arena.
Yeah.
He could have just done one show or maybe 2 at the Garden if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think social media, podcasting, all that made that big difference because you're now constantly in front of people that you probably wouldn't be in front of before.
You have such a fucking great voice.
Thank
dude.
you.
Wow, it's just soothing.
Yeah.
And not for him, though. It grates on him like you wouldn't believe.
No, it doesn't.
It's fine. Just slightly effeminate, but I feel like
We haven't learned anything. We learned not to fuck with Ryan Scolaro.
I'll tell you this. Fucking Jesus Christ.
I'm never fucking.
I'm walking out of this podcast like that badass motherfucker. I'm not fucking with him.
I'm telling you. Brian fucking.
I used to like to
I'm
smoke
sorry.
weed.
I'm
I like,
sorry. I'm sorry. Let's move on.
It's funny how it didn't bother me at all.
I know. Well, I'm glad.
No,
I'm
but
glad.
it's just funny because I
I'm not arguing. I'm
I
insecure.
fucking love Brian. Like I watch Brian do stand up.
Thank you,
He
Dante.
always makes me laugh.
Right.
And he's such a nice guy, and just to see him just ripping at him
sorry,
every
man.
Well, no.
First of all, I don't like following you. You're fucking too strong.
you.
I
Let's not
can't-
get. Hey, Brian,
No,
please.
I came back.
I don't need you to lie.
No, when I came back. I haven't seen Dante since the beginning when he was starting.
Yeah.
And then to see him perform in Stand Up New York.
He's definitely
he was
better.
incredible.
He's better. I can see the reason.
Oh, just two big dogs are just gonna
I'm
shit on
kidding.
me.
No, Brian, you're
I'll
great.
bite your neck.
No, you're good. You're good. If I could find yours, I'd do it. I'm sorry. How's your quads?
It's getting better.
Are they getting better?
And you helped me. I wanted to say, I called you up to say thanks because you shouted me out on the fucking podcast a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I texted me when I texted you.
Yes, sir.
And you made me I don't know who was here, but he made me kind of do that thing where you said to release things and release anger.
Yeah.
And so now I don't care. I don't care that Will steals jokes. It doesn't bother me at all.
Jesus Christ.
Dante.
Dante.
No, I just want to say I'm over it.
Dante.
It's fine that he just steals jokes
Will you
randomly,
shut the
and I'm okay with it. And I'm okay with it because of you,
Who are we talking about? I want to know now.
Will Sylvans.
Why is my show TMZ all of a
I
sudden?
just want to say,
I feel like Harvey Levine.
you helped me.
Should I hold this?
I'm trying to say how you helped me. You
Go
helped
ahead.
me get past it.
You got a
So
dog.
now,
Hang on, go ahead.
no matter what,
All right.
somebody steals from somebody else, I'm fine with it.
All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
You need to Don King this. You need to turn it into a major, mega episode.
Yeah, you know what you could do? We could open as the opening
I want to let it go. I want to let it go.
You can do a whole friction podcast, and I will be nowhere
I'm gonna
near
get-
there because I'm sackless.
I'm gonna get Louis J and the two girls. Yeah. Actually, hang on one second. Hang on.
Louis J and all
Hang
the
on.
girls.
I'm gonna get Louis J and any girl.
No, but get those two
And I'll get
girls.
Joe DeRosa and Kathy.
Oh man, but if you could build up, I'm telling you, you could be the next Don King, the super podcast. I wouldn't want to see that.
I'm just waiting for you to do Good on King.
I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I'm so excited about this business opportunity.
Listen, man.
You're just getting
The
real merch.
merchandising sales alone.
I'm gonna get T-shirts made.
I love Will. Love Will. Okay, listen to me. Let me finish.
I don't fucking care whether you love him. He's a thief.
Now, can you hear
So
now?
stop.
Can you hear him now?
Now I hear
He's
it.
a
Now
You
hear
know
it.
what's funny is that up until that moment, I was like, that's the worst impression
I
ever.
don't care
But now
for
it's
that.
right in the pocket.
I don't care. You love him. I don't
I don't
care.
fucking care if you love him. He's a thief. He does the one thing you can't
Listen,
do
here-
as a comic.
Listen. Here's the thing.
Come on, Brian. Jump in here. I know how you feel about it.
Well, I've never seen Will. I've never seen anything.
I don't have the
Will
evidence to actually sit here
But
and
listen,
go, "You're right."
Oh, God.
And I don't.
It's great. This is great because it's like a black guy talking to three cops. Like, listen, buddy, I didn't see nothing that he did. I can't fucking have you.
Here's what I'm
I can't
saying.
arrest you,
Even
buddy.
if you don't have the evidence, but when he came on, not once did he deny it. Not once.
We didn't talk
now,
about
if I came up, I heard, I was listening. You said, what about the stealing? It's like if I go, hey, don't you fuck kids? The first thing you go is, no,
why
I
the
don't,
fuck
I don't
do I-
fuck kids.
Wow.
That's like Colin Quinn's joke. That's like
the
that's
I don't
first
care
thing
if
you
it was
do.
uncle.
The first
right.
thing you do is deny it.
Okay,
If
hang
you
on
go,
one second. All right. Stop. All right, we get it. Stop preaching. This isn't the beige fucking cop show. Listen, or whatever the fucking name of your show is. No, hey, look at the wall.
Beige fucking cop show.
Listen to me, Dante.
It just rolls right off the tongue.
Somebody just fucking bought that. Listen, Dante. Well,
Yes.
I will have you on the show with Will.
it'll never happen.
You're out of your mind. He'll come
It'll
on.
He won't.
I'm gonna put you in another room, but I'm
Oh,
gonna have
that's
you
what
on the
you're
show.
gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to fucking.
I want to put you
Robin,
behind plexiglass. Have you run into it and smash it.
which is the only joke that he ever wrote.
What?
No, but I feel like I want to say, and this is going to sound
Please.
weird compared to what we were talking about before, but it has to do with it. That I think the reason why I reacted so badly, and has to go with stuff like this, is I hate when comics attack each other publicly. I don't like it. Feel like if we're all here and we know each other, that's fine, or at the table downstairs. But it's like, even if I've never seen him steal a joke, but it's like, I can imagine if I heard that conversation about me on a podcast, I'd be
There's a
bouncing
mob.
off
There's
the
a mob.
walls.
There's a mob code we have. There's a little mob mentality as comics where it's like, okay, I'm somewhere, they're trashing a comic, that I know, and if I don't, I'm not going to fucking sit there and get into that.
Yeah.
You know, even when you don't like the guy, there's still, look, we don't do that.
But I understand.
You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
But unless Will's here or defend himself, I can't sit here and say fuck Will Sylvans.
I don't expect you to say fuck Will Sylvans. You don't know it. It's not.
Yeah,
but
I'm also not the I don't like to be. I don't have time in my life really to be the comedy cops.
Yeah.
Where I gotta go and investigate. I'm not. You know what I mean?
I know two. I know two for sure. That's Steele. Two for sure.
Really?
But I'm not gonna say it on a microphone.
Can you just say it right
on
now?
Social
Just
media.
one?
I'll say it when the show ends to you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I don't want to be a part of someone like. I don't want to be a part of someone's career getting taken
Well,
down.
here's the problem. What I have with it is if you continuously do it, you've been spoken to, and we're not talking about a premise. We're not like when people always talk about the Dane Cook, Louis. It's a premise.
You're not talking about parallel things.
Right. No, I'm talking about seeing it and stealing it
verbatim,
and then doing it over and over again. Several people doing it, and you seeing something else and stealing it and again and taking it and just constantly doing this.
Right.
We're talking about straight theft.
Right.
That's with theft with an F or a FT.
I don't really spell well.
Okay.
So
theft. Thank you. Theft.
Theft.
It's on the roof.
So that's so and I don't call people out. That's not what I call. If I call somebody out, I'm ready. I'm ready to fucking whatever the fuck you want to do.
Right. Let me ask you a question. It's playing devil's advocate for a second because I'm the only non-comic here. So my question is, what if it's something subconscious?
It's not subconscious.
Oh, but you're saying
we're talking about years of this going on consistently, verbatim, over and over. Where I've had because I've said something out loud, other comics have come and said,
Hang on one second. Well, you say I'm the only non-comic here. Brian pointed at. He goes, Chris.
I don't know. I saw Scopo on stage last night.
Chris is a stand-up, and so is Deepu.
Okay,
they're both stand-ups.
I did not know that. I asked Chris for his name on the stairs. The guy looked so mad.
No, that's his face.
Oh.
That's his face.
Well, I'm just saying because I've worked with musicians on the show where they've kind of been blamed for stealing a song from another band, and it's something that happened years ago.
No, I'm talking about this is so where it's just like.
All right, listen. I gotta listen.
And people have come to me and said,
"Yeah, right."
All right.
Yo, thanks,
Dante. We've already went over this. All right. You're fucking repeating yourself on my show. You've only been on twice. You're saying the same exact shit 2 times. I'm gonna give a pause right now because I have to read this. And then we'll jump right back. I'm not going to take a break today. You guys mind? Can we just go straight through?
I have to pee like you wouldn't believe, though. Can I
you
pee
do?
while you're doing that?
Yes, please, go pee. We're going to do a read. We're not going to take a break. We're just going to go right into it, okay?
All right.
Are you cool with that, Deepu?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, great. Everybody in the chat room, I hope you're okay with that. All right, check it out. Baseball is here, and the excitement continues all season long. At DraftKings.com, the official fantasy partner in Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Why wait until the end of the season to claim your victory when you can win huge cash prizes every single day? Just pick 2 pitchers and 8 position players. Stay under the salary cap. That's all you have to do. And you could be on your way to an enormous payday. Okay? Last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in 1 friggin' day. Just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans have already cashed in at DraftKings. Now it's your turn, okay? Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter code Kelly. That's Kelly to play for free. You could win part of the $300 million in prizes being awarded every single season, okay? Enter Kelly for free entry and at DraftKings.com right now. Go to DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com. Thank you. All right, check it out. We also we have the 2 winners of the T-shirts, I believe, correct? Right?
The one winner.
One winner. We have the 1 winner of the T-shirt. We'll be shipping that out to you very soon. So congratulations. All you have to do is subscribe and like the episode.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment in the episode. And we got a bunch of new subscribers.
Yeah, we did. We actually pushed more minutes to non-subscribers than subscribers, so I think this was a nice incentive to get them to just hit that button.
Hit that button. That's what we need you to do. That's it. Just click the button, subscribe. It's not a big deal. You'll get a notice when we're doing live shows, and you can come back and watch us at your leisure.
I've made some upgrades to the channel, made some playlists for people to enjoy. You know, playlists with guest hosts, special episodes, some classics. So you should check it out.
Check out this amazing podcast on the amazing YouTube while it lasts. And no, but make sure you check it out and subscribe. It's and the episodes. We're going into thousands of views on these things now.
Yeah, we're at like 1,300, not 1,300. Yeah, 1,300 for this week's episode today. So
already, so it's going great. I'll have a water, Scopo. Let's go to the chat room real quick and see what's going on in there.
Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second. Our Greed says, "Cool, Dante is here. I hope we get some Will Zolfins bashing again."
Dreams come true.
Here at the YKWD.
Mookie Phillips says, Brian doesn't take shit unless it's been baked and caramelized.
Wow, that is so hilarious, dude, you fat fuck. What a fat fuck.
I don't like that he called you a fat fuck.
Yeah, he's fat.
Is he fat?
I'm just saying, if he's sitting in front of a computer, chances are he's going to be fat soon. Like, I'm out there doing something in my life, and you're sitting in front of a computer listening to me. So fuck you fat fuck.
No. Please do that, though. Keep
Remember to,
what are you doing? You can't do that.
What are you talking about?
You can't do that in here.
You really?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have asthma?
No, I can't. It's just the law around the house.
The law.
I've been told not to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian Scolaro is slowly becoming my spirit animal.
Wait.
Go ahead.
If you continue to read more fat tweets about me,
First of all, I don't pick the.
I'm going to smoke.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the difference.
Sorry about that,
Hang
Brian.
on 1 second.
Do me a
No.
favor.
Here's the deal. Ready?
You invited me on as a guest.
Hang on.
And I'm
going to
getting made fun
explain
of by
something.
fellow guests and listeners.
Hang on.
Brian, he did it.
I'm going to tell you something. It's called the Deepu chat.
What?
And then I'm going to explain. Let me finish. There's a Deepu chat, which he goes in and scavenges what he thinks funny. And then there's a Bobby chat, which is I just read the latest ones and let them be funny or not.
Right.
So this is a Deepu chat.
He did it.
So
He did
it.
But it's also weird the guy thinks that I eat fried shit. You know what I mean? Like, that didn't even make it wasn't logically put together.
I think it's stupid, and I don't like when people do that either. Go ahead, what's the next one? And if it's a fucking Brian Scolaro one, can you skip it, please? Look at Deepu's nervous now.
He's looking around. Deepu just got Ralph off the hook.
What the fuck
Thank you,
is that?
Deepu.
Yeah, what do you got? If it's a fat one about me, I'm punching you in the face.
Oh boy. Fuck Yo TV says, Stav and Bobby could be all 4 Ninja Turtles.
Stab?
Stavros.
Stavros.
What else you got? You're fucking bombing today. You're usually killing it. What's up?
Steven Gonzalez says, I had to adjust my screen ratio from letterbox to lunchbox.
It's a bunch of fat jokes. You guys are so fucking funny. Sorry.
Where's his camera? Is that his camera? That's your camera right there.
Is that camera get till 3 of us? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Is he on it? Where is he?
Yeah, he's
I'm good, man.
All right, listen, dude. I love him, too. Let's go to the Bobby chat. What do we got in the Bobby chat?
A good move.
Read the fucking top. Yeah, go ahead. What do we got?
Louis J. Gomez says, Deepu is a faggot. So there you go.
I like Luis Gomez, though. He's a comic.
Yeah, well,
It could be another Luis Gomez.
I would say a comic slash pamphlet hander slash podcaster slash MMA fighter slash
real ass dude.
He's just fucking. Ugh.
You don't like him?
No, he's best friends with him. That's why he had a cover for him. I was
plug him.
trying to get
Real ass-
something going, and I had nothing. I said fucking panhandler or something. I don't even know what I said. This fucking
Pamphlet hander.
Pamphlet hander.
Which I didn't disagree with.
No, Lewis is a good guy. He's a great dad too.
He actually just didn't say the comic. He said the dad.
Yeah, that's like, man, that tone was like the way my mom used to talk about my dad, where she's like, yeah, he's a good dad too.
I think Lewis
That was
is a great
ex-wife
dad.
tone.
I think he's a great
He's a
dad.
good dad. I was with him for Memorial Day.
Nobody asked you.
That's true.
No, I'm kidding. No, he is. He's a beautiful dad, yeah. I really do. I like the fact, because he could be a shitty dad.
Yeah.
Because he's a shitty friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not a shitty friend. He's just a very difficult friend to deal with.
He's got a wild edge to him. I really love
What
that.
is a shitty friend?
What is it? Where? What is it?
It's not a shitty friend. He just doesn't listen to you, or
Yes. Stavos is
ignores your
correct.
phone call.
Yes. Yes.
You talk about something, he relates it to himself.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like what a shitty friend is.
Tries to teach you things back that you taught him, like he's the original. Yeah.
But he brings you a coffee if he's getting one. I don't think I need to vouch for him anymore.
This is a shit friend. He's the shittiest friend around. I wish I was his son. He'd be nicer to me. All right. Well, I don't know if I should take that bandana. Let's leave it there for now. Is that it? What else we got in there?
We're only bashing on people that aren't here now.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Well, that's a safer move.
In the regular chat.
Louis J. Gomez says, never met Stavros. It was
Can you read?
Is he the only listener?
Just lose
Well,
at
who
home.
else is in there? Stop
Louis
Stop
J. Gomez
fucking
says,
diss
"Thanks for
fucking
talking
him.
about me."
Read somebody else.
That's the only one that has to do with fat jokes.
Actually, block Lewis from the chat. Block him. Block him from the chat. Right now. Hit block. You're gone.
You really should have been a World War I general.
I don't like him coming in here and fucking taking over my chat room. He's literally, just do the podcast, you fucking greasy spoon.
That sounds like a great racial epithet that I've never heard before.
That is not racial. That means he's a
I
chef.
got on the subway. There was a bunch of greasy spoons. Hey, you guys, I wouldn't go up there. I wouldn't go around that neighborhood after 10. There's a lot of greasy
You
spoons.
didn't really block him, did you?
no.
Okay, good. What? Block him now. You do what you're fucking told. Block him.
Robert, it's against protocol for me to block him. I cannot.
Shit. All right, I want to talk to you for a second about some rock and roll shit.
Sure thing.
Now, are you in a band?
No, I'm not in a band.
Never in a band.
Never in a band.
And okay, how did you come across? Why are you so into music? What happened?
Well, since I was a kid, I was a nightclub promoter, and I was running all the big rock clubs here in New York.
Like what?
Like Limelight, Lemoore, Danceteria was called Rocketeria for a while.
Yeah.
All those clubs, I was running them as a rock promoter.
You ran them.
I was one of the promoters. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like solo me,
Right.
but I was one of them and stayed in that business for years.
Right.
And built up relationships with a lot of bands.
Right.
And about 10 years ago, I started a rock radio show. And called the Tour Bus. We're syndicated nationally. We're on about 50 stations around the country, and it's all rock and roll based. Whether it's 70s to today, just what I consider cool rock.
Wait,
I like the playlist.
Did you play yesterday, today, and tomorrow on
Yes.
the classic rock
We
stations?
do.
That was
We do.
always the thing.
We do yesterday,
You're
today, and
listening to today, tomorrow, and a little bit of yeah. I know that.
We do.
That's like the classic rock thing.
That's my favorite. One of my favorite voices you do.
You're listening to WQLF. Yeah, I worked next.
Kansas City's only
Yeah.
rock and roll station.
I love that shit.
This is the Mad Dog sitting with Chirpy Chirp.
Dude,
I think when you work in radio, you do you get a real pride for doing radio well.
Dude, I worked with this guy.
Can you give us all radio names right now? What would be our radio names?
You be Dozer.
You're listening to Dozer, Cincinnati's most dangerous morning DJ.
What about Stavros?
Those are in the gooch.
Yeah, that's what it always is. I don't know. I'm not going to do radio names for everybody. That was just
Wow, you're called Deny.
But then Big J and I
Way to keep the fun going, because you're self-esteem.
it's called momentum.
Joe DeRosa told me not to do voices. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up, man. Jesus, I'm sad about that.
for 6 years I host Shiprock,
Fucking asshole.
which is a rock
You're gonna leave at
cruise.
5. Now you don't do fucking voices.
I wanted to get the momentum
Oh,
going.
fuck the momentum. I'm the momentum.
You're not the momentum.
I'm the fucking momentum.
That's my momentum. I started that momentum. I started your fucking momentum. You were swinging ground. Gator fight was me. I couldn't get a fight. You just publicized. I made fun of it, and you were gonna make it. No, you fuck. I fucking brought you down to earth. Goddamn Gator fight.
It should be 2 hours of just that.
Kiss.
Anyways, you were talking about
Bobby and I should open a restaurant where we just do that in the kitchen.
So one of the things they do is host a rock cruise called Shiprock for the last 6-7 years.
I've heard about it.
And we sold out already for January of next year, which
Right.
is crazy.
That's
and
crazy.
We needed a rock comedian, and I knew Jay.
Right.
So I asked Jay if he would do it, and after the second year, we became friendly.
Right.
I mean, we knew each other already, but then we started like hanging out more.
Right.
And he suggested we do a podcast together.
Have you ever? I want to ask this. Have you ever? And Lewis Have you ever lied in a bed naked with Jay, with your penis?
No, I have not.
Lewis. Why'd you say Lewis in there?
Because he's done that.
Lewis has done that. Yeah. And I had this idea for a show forever called the Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll Show, where we were going to do a morning show on radio. It was called that, where I was going to go out at night and at 6 in the morning go to the studio and tape a morning show. That was the idea.
Right.
It got kiboshed after we were about to do it, and then when he said we need an idea for a show, I said, let's do this. I have the graphics, I have the URL.
Right.
Let's just start.
Right.
And now we just finished a year.
Where?
And, we do it on All Things Comedy.
Okay.
And we just, for May, we had 100,000 listeners.
That's great.
We hit #1 in iTunes Comedy in March.
Right.
That's great.
And it's just
on comedy?
On iTunes Comedy.
That's
we were
great.
#1 in March.
That's great.
We're always in like the top 30 or 40 now, and it's just, to me, it's amazing.
Now you're doing a show with him too, right?
Sirius XM. Yeah,
right,
they are.
okay. And then he does a show with Lewis.
Yeah, Legion of
I
Skanks.
wonder which one he's going to leave first.
Probably mine. He's doing it.
Yours sounds the most successful.
Yeah, yours has got the numbers.
Yeah, we have numbers. It's crazy.
Ours is just even in theory. It's just like, well, he signed a contract now, but I mean,
right?
Yeah, I can't believe the response it's gotten.
Jay's very parceled out.
Yeah, he's very parceled out.
And Ralph, your PR person is Laney, right?
Yeah, Laney's a PR person.
Laney does a lot of porn stars and stuff. And shit.
Redhead.
Yeah, and like
love her.
Last night, Jay put his finger in a porn star's asshole. We tried to get a 12-inch dildo in her ass. Did not work out well.
That shit was edgy 10 years ago when O&A did it.
No one's really doing it now.
Yeah, but who wants to?
100,000 people, apparently.
Oh, God. I have a fucking 2-year-old. I don't want my fucking kid to see me put something in somebody's ass.
Yeah, I think
all I was thinking is I'm seeing Jay tonight. I'm not going to shake his hand.
No, he had mittens on.
He went up right to the fingerless glove. That's where it stopped.
that's what
Yeah, you know what? Don't shake his hand.
Fingers are still out though.
I don't understand that though. Maybe
What,
I think I'm
sticking
getting
stuff and-
Well, I don't. Why would you stick your finger in a? What? I get it, but it's just like that shit was funny to me 10 years ago.
But you know what? I look at it as it is lowest common denominator, and it is something that most 25 to 40-year-olds are going to enjoy.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to look up to see who was on the show because I want to know who Jay stuck his finger in.
And like you did the show
which
once.
asshole?
It's we've had girls
Would you
pee
do
on our
it?
feet. Would
you stick your finger in a chick's asshole?
I get in so much trouble with my girlfriend. No way.
You wouldn't do it because of that?
Yeah, I'd have Jay do it. I'd sit in the room and laugh about it, but I wouldn't do it.
Right.
I'd do it.
Dude, we know you. You're an actual pimp.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Your shirt says "Get your balls back." Would you stick your finger in a porn star's
I
asshole?
would. I probably would.
You would?
Yeah, why
Would you
not?
wash it?
I mean, I guess eventually.
before or after.
He would giggle first.
I'd giggle. I don't know.
You'd have to wash it before to get food in her asshole.
I get barbecue sauce.
Yeah, you'd have some type of fucking
Cheeto
cheese.
orange.
some type of Greek eggplant dish under his fingernail.
We also have rock bands on. We've had bands
Right.
perform live. You know, we do live shows every night on the boat. when
Well,
we do that.
I don't mean to trash.
boat.
I'm not trashing. I think that's a great idea. I understand the like when I went on O&A for the first time. They had a wiffle ball bat up a chick's vagina. They used to have the wiffle ball back challenge,
Yeah, I remember that.
and it was like you
I
know
used to
what I
listen
mean.
to you all the time on O&A. I mean, I was a big fan back then.
I was like fucking. I remember doing it, and it was like I used to leave O&A a lot, going, "What the fuck did I do?"
Right, I mean, before
You know what
O&A,
I mean?
It's
Like it was
dirty.
in the moment. You're like, yeah, like oh, there's a wiffle ball.
And then
Holy
you hear,
shit!
And then you hear her pull that piece of plastic out of her puss, and it's like, thunk, and you're like, that was not
you come back in like a week later, the wiffle ball bat's like green from the point of pussy down.
Did they color that with yellow 7? I'm feeling sick inside.
And I get scared now. I'll tell you why. I get scared now is that I have a kid and I know this shit's being recorded.
Right. It's a different time.
And here the thing is, I don't want my kid to be in school fucking with, hey, is this your dad?
But didn't you have a Coke bottle in your ass on?
That was a movie.
Okay.
I mean, a television show.
Acting?
Yeah, no,
That's
a
the
huge,
theater.
huge difference
I agree
between
with you, but-
really doing it.
But you know how I agree with you. But you know how some people really, it's like if we're on a radio show, it's part of our persona and
Yeah.
everything. Anyway,
He's talking about comedic kayfabe. Like they think that's going to be like, like the
who
way
you are.
wrestlers.
like
No, I'm
yeah.
saying if my kid saw that, of course, look at everything I've done because I'm a big dude has had my shirt off for.
That's
I've
true.
had something in my ass.
Yeah.
For the last, everything.
I would have loved to have seen that pilot with you as the cop.
Yeah, the Bronx Warrants.
Bronx Warrants, yeah.
Because I'm sensitive, so I wasn't going to read for that. And you that's great.
Yeah, I read.
I would love to see what you did.
It was hilarious. It was a
it was
great
good script.
pilot. But it's funny because when they got my vest,
Yeah.
it didn't. They wardrobe never ever fucking gets it, like how fat you really are. You literally, they'll get you like some. I'll be like, I'm a double XL, and they'll show up with like a double XL from like fucking Denmark.
Yeah.
And it's like not
Talbots.
that. Yeah, it's like fitted double XL that they wash 9 times in hot
You
water.
gotta bring your own shit. I always bring my own shit. Whenever I'm
Well, I'm
shooting
talking about
something.
when you shoot like a real show, you don't have to bring your own
Yeah,
shit.
sure, like NBC's not a real show.
Blacklisted. Bobby's
no, he
blacklisted. Bobby's gonna wind up in a boat. I was kidding.
I know.
All right, but now we're fighting. They're fighting. We're
They all
fighting.
started.
Hard to keep
Me and
track of all
Brian,
the fights.
This guy's throwing things in to make it worse.
I like it. Conflict.
You're on All Things Comedy.
Yes.
I'm on that too. You are like I think the #1 rated show besides Stanhope's.
Is it? I don't. It's funny is that I knew shit about podcasting a year ago. It's all I built the website, taught myself everything. There's such OCD, and it just like I have stickers on me all the time.
Right.
I was on jury duty. I signed 20 people up to the podcast.
Seriously?
On jury
Nice.
duty. Yeah. Well, I'm sitting there. I'm just talking.
Is that
to
how you get
people.
out of it too? Did you let the judge listen
Yeah,
to it?
exactly.
There's a finger in an asshole.
Sir, can you please leave the holding room?
I can't compete with Mark Maron's and Adam Carolla's through popularity,
do it fine,
but now
right?
that's how we do it. We have 1,500 reviews because I'm literally I'll take people's phones out of their hands and subscribe them and write a review. I
see,
don't
that's
stop.
nice.
I
That's a
don't-
promoter
did you,
thing.
Wait, could you tell fucking Louis J. Gomez to that because he's been
I
doing
did.
that?
I did. Yeah, I mean it makes a huge
Will you
difference.
stop giving pep talks?
But here's the
to
thing,
people?
Ralph's got that fucking slick promoter way of doing it, where he
Yeah.
like talks to you and he's like, "Hey, you probably would like this."
Yeah.
Lewis just does the caveman thing, where he's like, "Hey, come here,
Give me the phone now.
hold your phone. All right, now you download it every week. You better fucking say something."
I'm only 85.
Yeah, I know. Just
I don't know
your pussy's gonna get wet when you listen to Legion of Skanks.
Oh, well, this might be.
No, I'm telling you right now, and you better fucking comment, or I'm gonna armbar you.
I just asked if you wanted a piece of cheese.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, isn't it nicer that you build your fan base from this grassroots because they're real fans of what you do, as opposed to, I mean, like this show is grassroots. It's people building the numbers from very beginning. I mean, not that Bobby's not famous.
Yeah, but
But
but Bobby's
it's
a big name. I'm not a big name.
Yeah,
so
but this podcast has exposed Bobby to a lot of people.
he's also
as
it's
opposed-
also 5 years old. You know, he started in 2010, didn't
well,
he?
what I know what he's saying is in here, like even on Twitter, I know people that will go and buy Twitter people. I know people that will promote Twitter or Facebook, blah blah blah. You know, you want your likes,
fans.
my likes or my Twitter followers are the ones that I got. I could have got more if I did things differently. Even this podcast, I think that I probably could have got more if I, maybe cut
Use
some
the
corners
tricks.
or whatever. I understand what you're saying, but I do get what he's doing, and look, if I wasn't as lazy or I think prideful. And I don't mean to say you don't have pride. I'm just saying I think sometimes that can get in your way of promoting it. I'll give you an example. After the show, selling T-shirts and CDs.
don't do
Patrice would never fucking do that.
Right.
I would never do
was
that.
just gonna
But if
say
you
that.
see Norton out, he'll have fucking 2 books and everything. And Kenny going, buy a DVD. Voss will fucking do it. I know certain guys that won't do it. I'm kind of in the middle where I'm like, I don't want to be sitting there shilling shit, but I'll sell some stuff and. You know what I mean? Like I could get a bunch of T-shirts and a bunch of
but you
all
know
my
what?
CDs and DVDs.
I mean, you know what's funny? What's interesting is that you've never been that guy who's been like super marketing, promoting.
Right.
But the fans that follow you, they're diehard fans, and they really want your stuff. It's not like you're pushing the show on them. It's like they want.
The difference also, though, that is right now the marketplace, because the barrier to entry is so fucking low. Any schmuck with a phone can have a podcast.
Sure.
That if you're not famous and don't have an ability to get your word out at a higher level, you have to do the grassroots way.
I'm not saying you're not doing the grassroots. What I was actually complimenting you because I was saying that it's
guys, stop fighting! Stop fighting!
Another fight
not. I'm saying you're like you say. I'm not. You're not a stand-up guy. You're not a Billy Burr guy where people are gonna listen to you because the success that you have is a grassroots grow. It's a gradual grassroots, and the people who are fans of the show are fans of the show because they really like the show, not because of who you are.
But like, first, I was hosting a rock festival in Maryland a couple of weeks ago, like 20,000 people.
No, I'm kidding.
On stage, no problem on stage. I'm like, look, before I even say anything, do yourself a favor right now. Please help me out. Take out your phone. Subscribe to the show.
I think that's smart.
And I think
I think that's. I mean, the only thing I don't think you should tell Lewis these things, but I think before every show when he's middling for me.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
How you doing?
I want you to do something right now. Take your phones out. This is perfect. Take your phones out. Put it on. But there is
subscribe to Real Ass Dude, Hammer Fisting, Legion of Skanks, and
you guys, we're gonna pass out pens like it's the PSATs. We're gonna pass out pens and a small piece of paper. Write down all my podcasts. But there is,
and you're not allowed out of the room unless they see you subscribe.
But there is a certain muscle that certain comics have that have that ability to go stand at the door and go, "Hey, thanks for coming out. Hey, thanks for," and it's like
I don't mind that.
Yeah. Listen, so I usually there's always one part of my set where I just fuck it. I'm like, when I'm done, I just want to go sit in the green room because I'm like, fuck, they hate me. No one wants to, and then because there really is, it's just insecurity. I want to go sit in the room with like the feature and be like, that was all right. Was that okay?
Can I say something though? Instinctually, as a comedian, we want to just go do our show, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you get. You come, you don't get fucking anything before, you come, I make you laugh for an hour or however long, and then that's it. That's all you get.
That's also because of so much you put of yourself in that.
But with social media, where things have changed with the internet and the way we had to adapt in the last fucking 20 years, but really in the last 10.
I would say 5.
Yeah, it's just nuts. I mean, when I was coming up, you had to have a flyer that they would fill out, and you'd go collect them and then put their emails in yourself.
I was against Twitter for so long because I just found it annoying.
Right.
But then about a year ago, I said, if I'm going to do the show right, I have to embrace it. So I just started to get into that mindset of always promoting. I'll even, on their stupid Reddit, I'll put out a link that says, look, if you want me on your show, I don't care the size of your show. I don't care if it's a new show. I'll give you 20 minutes, a half hour, and do an interview. I've done so many of them for shows that their first episode. It doesn't matter to me because I just want to get the show to a point where we're always in the top 10.
Well, but when you're talking about comics, I think as comics, when you get on stage and you give people an hour, you give so much of yourself that when it's done, you're like...
Right, but even comics, though, I've seen so many of you guys that you should, at the end of your set... By the way, my show is blah,
and
blah,
they
blah,
don't do it.
Get off.
And people don't do that.
1% of them might, and that will make it.
You're right. There's also extenuating circumstances. Like
it's hard.
You could be. I know for a fact this happened to me in Rochester. The Late Show on Saturday. There weren't a lot of people. Maybe 40 people. I'm fucking embarrassed by that. I'm on stage.
Sorry.
Yeah. But you're like, but you're on stage. And you're like, fucking 40 people in a room that holds 200. You feel like a dipshit.
Can I say something though? There's something to be said there because if you get 5 of those people, that's 5 more people.
I know.
And at the end, I get it. But here's the thing. At the end of a show, when you give them a show, I don't care if it's 40 people or fucking 500 people, and you say, thank you, that's all my time, good night, you want that to be the end.
Yeah.
Any great fucking performance you've ever saw, you never saw Frank Sinatra come, and by the way, I'm Frankie Blue Eyes.
On Periscope. Follow me on Periscope.
It didn't exist then. So
it doesn't matter, though. They still wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
they wouldn't do it.
I disagree.
No, they wouldn't do it.
But even when you have what you call YouTube stars,
name one band that does it.
What?
Name one band. Fucking crazy rock and roll band that at the end of their fucking holy shitness goes, follow us on Twitter.
They're probably doing it now.
They're doing it now, like as far as like on maybe not on stage.
Motherfucker!
It's all the bands I deal with.
2 fat guys are going like owls.
They may not do it. They may not do it on stage.
Him. I was going to say don't call Brian fat.
I'll take it from him.
Okay, yeah, not from him or her.
Well, not some guy who's into personal.
I tell you what, I was on stage with a band not that long ago, and you're going to make fun of the band, but I love the guys.
Striper?
Close enough, Jackal. and he started a bourbon company.
Yeah.
And he came out with his bourbon, and he said, "By the way, I have a new bourbon now."
Yeah.
And we did a shot together.
Yeah, that's very Sammy Hagar.
It's
and
the same thing.
but it's embarrassing.
No,
when
Sammy
I watch
does
Sammy,
it-
when I saw Sammy, he get hot chicks coming out with fucking Cabo. It's like fuck you,
Yeah,
dude.
My favorite band of all
you.
time. My
Right,
favorite
right.
band
That's how I
is
feel,
Queens
too.
of the Stone Age. If they came out and they're like, "Follow us on Twitter," I'd be like, "Well, yeah, there goes that."
Yeah, but also there's a difference if I get to the point where
If I saw Lady Gaga come out with a vodka, I'd be upset.
But when you're at a point at that level,
Because you're
Lady Gaga. That's where you go.
Let me tighten this.
when you're a superstar, you don't have to do it anymore.
But but here's the thing: Queens of the Stone Age could do that because they're not.
Famous.
They sell
Not
out.
John, yeah, yeah.
They're not massively huge, but they have a good fan
Right.
base. They have a fan
There
base.
is,
That's like,
listen, there is a fine line. I think you're being very honest and upfront because you're saying
You need
I'm
to
not
do it.
this guy,
Right.
So I need to do it, and you're becoming that guy. You and Jay's show is becoming very successful.
I learned
from
from
what,
watching.
you're doing.
Bobby, do you remember like how we would?
Can you please take that watch off? I can't stop looking at it.
It's so big.
That's a giant ring.
That's how his arm gets so big, just lifting that watch.
Put that on your cock.
It's like a king's crown that he fucking.
Darth Vader's helmet on his finger.
We used to sit
Hang on
outside.
one second.
We'd sit outside
That's
this.
pretty fucking good.
King's crown?
We used
Go
to
ahead.
sit outside and we'd shit on each other, like when comics would come, a young
Wow.
comics. Hey, I'm a new comic here. Here's my card, and
Yeah.
we'd rip it up
Yeah.
and throw it on the floor. And
now
so
Aziz is selling out theaters.
exactly.
No, it's true.
That's exactly what. But
I
we
think-
came under that thing
Yeah.
where be funny and everything will
And
flow.
the-
That's not
and
the truth
that's
anymore.
exactly,
That's the thing, is
exactly.
that-
It is the truth.
It is. You're
It
looking
is
at
the
it
truth.
old school.
It is the truth, but it will
Limited.
take. It will take.
Take you
Longer.
much longer. And
It
you
will
may,
take
but
longer.
When there's so many people out there
And you
now,
have to really work.
Yeah, no,
if
it's
you're a
not that.
brand new comic right
Louis
now,
Louis deleted Twitter,
well, it's different. He's a different level.
but he hasn't always been
But
there.
Ralph, I'm going to say to you, I understand what you're saying. That as a new comic, you have to do that. But I think what we're trying to say
Scopo's
is
ass. Scopo's ass. Scopo's
it's
ass.
so round, it's so firm. But I think as a comic, people are forgetting you need to take the fucking time to get good, so
Right,
that when
right.
people
Yes.
see you, if you're doing that shit too quick,
Yes.
you're too
Oh, I
good
agree.
at
Yes.
marketing.
No,
Yes.
I
If you're
agree
too
with
good at
that.
marketing, and then someone goes and sees
Yeah,
you
but
headline and they're like,
you know
"This guy
what?
Well, we're
fucking
saying
dude."
what Dan is saying
doesn't matter.
What Dan is saying though is right. You need to stop doing it until your show gets
But
better.
it doesn't.
And then you can hand upstairs.
But it's so that
Thank you,
like
Dan.
when you
Thanks
look at
for the
guys
advice.
and they call them these YouTube stars, guys with 900,000 views and stuff like that. They
I'm sorry. I just looked at your little tiny fingers.
little fingers.
Yeah, look at his little.
I love
pinky
that
finger.
fucking ring, though.
Thank
That
you.
is
Go ahead. I'm
just-
sorry. Go ahead.
The
Will you fucking two queens stop complimenting each other's jewelry? Dude, I love that skull on your knuckle.
That's lovely. Where did you?
but you get a guy who's a YouTube star where it's even that concept is ridiculous because how many people would watch that if they had to pay 10 cents? How many cat videos would you watch if you had to pay 10
But they're
cents a
making
view?
money.
But yes, but does it?
But here's
it's-
the deal. Also, you got to understand that they're infringing on our world now,
Right,
Because
exactly.
people who do YouTube videos go, "Oh, I'll just do." It's the same way when failed actors are like, "Oh, like a former child star is like, I'm gonna do stand up."
Yeah.
Fuck you. You didn't put in the time.
Right.
You
No,
shouldn't
I
be fucking
understand that.
selling out.
But
You
in
suck.
the same
Go
respect,
suck at what you do.
You're looking. There's musicians who don't learn any music at all. They just get fucking GarageBand, and you can put out a song.
Yeah.
and it could be a hit. It's happened. you
Listen,
know?
and there's people that sell out that sell way more tickets than
Right,
me.
but it's
that
a
just
fact of reality.
nobody's saying that you're not
No,
telling
I'm
the
not-
truth. We're not saying you're not right.
Yeah,
It's just a fucked up situation.
Right, but I'm saying that if you don't embrace
Do you,
it,
do you know who Tyrio is?
No.
That little fat kid that
Hey,
is-
hey.
does.
No, he's the
Little
he's the
Terrio.
waiter at Dangerfields.
Oh no, that's Tyrio. There's a little fat kid. He's 8 years old, and he
goes,
and
"Ooh, get him."
And he took he's like get him, kill him, kill him, and he just dances like and what you call? I was talking to Charlemagne who does radio on 105, and he goes. He says, my whole life I wanted to do late night TV, and I finally get popular enough that I'm doing late TV, and I'm sitting next to Tyrio, the YouTube
Well,
this
do you know-
8-year-old kid who just goes.
Yeah, but that's the world we live in.
do you know who
That's
Does
it.
anyone here know who Pootie Pie is or no?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know
Exactly.
him because of South Park.
Right,
That's how
but
I
he
know.
has, I think, 14 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yep.
He's making $3 million a year.
Right.
And all he does is comment on people playing video games.
Okay, and here's my argument against that. When he's dead, which we all will be, that's his body of work.
No, I agree.
Which is fucking
You're confusing
fine.
two things, though. One is
Yeah.
that you're actually a respectable comedian.
That's all I care about.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is
No,
fine.
he's not talking to you. He's saying
If you want to get to a point where people are turning into you just because you've built a following, I think these days
there is a
you
listen,
have to embrace
Yeah,
social
you're right.
media.
No, you're absolutely right.
I think
You're
that's
absolutely
middle
right. Hey, you're right.
I
What-
agree.
I don't think we're
what's
saying
your
you're
name
wrong.
again?
I just think we're pissed at
Ralph,
it.
no, dude.
No, but I think
that was for you, dog. No, listen, bro. I think you're absolutely right. There is a point, and there is a point where you can shut that off.
Right. No,
when
I
you
agree.
get to a certain point of success,
Yes.
where you can just say, "I'm not." You know what?
I can't wait to fuck over all my fans.
No, it's not fucking them over.
I know.
It's that you got who you got. Whoever else is going to find you, they will. And here, this is what I do.
Or
and
you
your
can-
radio show is what you do.
You can build
And
a-
if you do, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
this motherfucker. That was good. That was really good.
I didn't even know he was doing it. That was really good.
I was almost like, yes. But it's one of those things we got to eat it on this podcast. Yeah, go ahead. No, but I think if you can build a legitimacy before that,
Yes.
and then go do that.
Right.
Yes, hang on.
Sure.
Can I ask one question? Stavros, are you going to talk at all?
I don't think he needs to do anything because this is the happiest I've ever been on this podcast. Looking at his fucking sideways glasses and his occasional smile.
Just look into that camera right there. God, you're just
He looks like
adorable.
he looks
He's like a cherub. He's like a little cherub.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Oh my God! How do you not love that?
I'm sorry, guys. I'll talk more next time, Bobby.
Stavros, you moving to New York when?
August.
August. This
August first.
cocksucker's
That's-
moving to New York in August.
It really is.
And he is.
Where are you from again, man?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah, we gotta help this fuck out.
I'm
When he
playing-
comes here.
You play Magoobies?
Yes, I do. Yep. Yep. It was just there.
It's a good place.
Great place. You want to talk more Baltimore stuff? Or?
What about
hang on one second.
I'm playing it in August. Can I
Oh,
just-
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
can
club.
you not fuck with him?
Oh yeah, I'm
okay?
sorry. Great. It's a great club. You're gonna do great. Sorry.
No.
I mean,
You should.
Well,
You
I
should
didn't
get
even hear
on.
what he said. I didn't even
You
hear
should
that.
get on his show because that would be a fucking great show.
Yeah.
I don't let fat people perform before me.
You don't do fat jokes, do you?
I do
Doesn't
like
matter. He's
couple-
fat, and then I'm fat, and ruins the fat image. I gotta have. Like I went to the club in Seattle. They gave me no seriously. If I open up with 10 minutes of fat jokes, then if I've had feature
Right.
or fat MC, I gotta drop it.
Right.
I go to Seattle
That's
once. They
so
gave me,
crazy,
they gave
Brian.
me a fat.
It's nobody is gonna.
It's not crazy. No,
I've listened to this dude. You're
let me-
funny
I
no
appreciate
matter
it.
what.
Dude, no one's saying. I have to be cocky. I'm not saying I'm not funny. What I'm saying is, it goes from an A up front to a B up front.
You don't think that's in your head? You don't think that's...
I was talking. Let me fucking talk.
Yeah, go, Brian. I don't think he heard you.
You don't
I'm
think
just saying, having.
Hang on. Shut the fuck up,
I
Dante.
just-
Well, I hear what you're saying. You're being complimentary, but it doesn't. Just because I know my act and know how things go, doesn't mean that I'm sitting over here going, "I won't be funny." That's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm saying that
It's what you feel comfortable with.
It affects the show. It affects my.
It affects your psyche, whether it's, it's real or not.
No.
It
Sometimes-
affects your finger.
No.
It affects the clothes you wear. What does it do?
I am never doing this fucking show again. Sometimes it affects the jokes up front, the fat jokes, not just in my psyche, but I
Now,
know
what if a fat guy
I-
doesn't do fat jokes?
Doesn't matter. It's less funny. For me to go. I went to Seattle once. They gave me a fat MC and a fat feature, and I was like, hey, I have to alter my whole thing now. Because I just like to, you get off a plane, you want to fucking coast on a travel day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to coast on Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
And now I really have to just fucking drop.
You know what I
shit.
dropped? This would help me out a lot in the last
10 pounds?
4 months.
No, around 4 months. I stopped doing my fat jokes.
Yeah.
All of them. I just stopped doing them. I have one new one that I wrote about pissing on my belt tongue or whatever.
You belt on.
Yeah, I pissed on my belt tongue at an airport, and I wound up pissing on the dudes next to me. But
That's funny.
but
That's not a fat joke. That's just a good pee joke.
but it's you know, I stopped doing them because I you do go I would show up and be like, oh fuck, and I was like, okay. First of all, I did them on my special, so I kind of had to stop doing them.
Right.
But again, it actually freed me up to just do I don't have to, whoever now, like, because I would worry about the same thing.
All right, so
thank you. I would see.
That's what I'm saying. It's not crazy.
I would see a fat guy on, and I hated having to go.
Thank you.
Are you? It's like fuck.
Yeah.
It sucked.
But it can happen. It can happen with any kind of comic.
Yeah,
like I have like, or even I have like
guy.
fucking 7 pot jokes, and if
Right,
someone goes up there and it's like talking about smoking weed, you're like, now I'm gonna look like I'm fucking doing the same thing he is, and it's different.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
But me and Brian have hours of material to like actually well from. You have just 50 minutes.
I have like 65.
65 minutes, so that's tough.
Pretty.
I mean, you're fucking wobbling around 5 minutes.
It's real tight if they step on anything. It's a real balancing act.
Yeah, comedy in the last.
No, you don't think that sometimes
you're
in the thanks because I figured I'd do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think sometimes it's in your head that you're thinking that people are looking at it. I mean, there was a time when I wouldn't wear certain things, like I have jewelry and stuff, and I would cut down on some of the jewelry because it would be a distraction or something like that. And then it sometimes it's
fucking weird that you said that. I'm gonna say this, and this may sound paranoid and fucking crazy. You know, I have a Breitling, my big I have a big Super Avenger.
a nice one.
Nice
Quartz.
one. Yeah, Dane got one after me, and Patrice got one after. Same exact watch after me. So I got it first.
Okay.
Those fucks copied me. So if you see them with it, well, you can't see him with it, but
you see Patrice with it, there's problems.
No, that's if you see Patrice with it, run.
That's a ghost.
But anyways, I wore it at the cellar.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. I was having my sets weren't as good. And then I was like, I think it's this fucking big thing I'm wearing.
I've done that too.
And I stopped wearing it, and the crowd, their psyche, except if there was better shows.
Now, do you think it was that your psyche or the crowd?
Stop 1 second. I fucked up, and I told this fuck not to hit it, and I hit it. Okay, go ahead. What was that? Sorry.
Do you think that it was your psyche that made the crowd laugh more?
My fat elbow just shut the whole show down.
Do you think it was your psyche that made the shows better, or do you think that the crowd was truly distracted?
Brian,
by
I don't know if any of it's real or any of it's fake. I know, and I don't like to be a superstitious fucking baseball player idiot.
Right.
But it was weird. I think that having that for the jokes that I'm telling and I'm being vulnerable on stage. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to have this huge $5,000 shiny Breitling, it's kind of like what?
I mean, I think if you go on stage with any sort of weird prop, even if you don't acknowledge it, it's going to cause people to be wondering why the fuck is that guy doing that?
Well, it's a watch. When I got past it,
watch, but even if it wasn't the watch, if someone was just standing there swinging their arm, you'd be like, why is that dude swinging his arm? So the crowd's attention is to something where it shouldn't be.
And Bobby Slade said to me, "Don't wear that shirt. Don't wear that shirt on stage." And I said, "Well, how come?" Because I've been trying to read what it says the whole time. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a good point."
There's certain things I think that psychologically you put your fucking crowd in a weird spot.
But I've noticed if you tell people like, hey, I need this, then people think it's like a matter of insecurity or being a diva, and you can't fucking open your mouth.
Oh, that's the one thing that's
say as much as I would love to work with Slav, I think maybe he'd be good as an MC and not as a feature, right? So his face doesn't go right before me.
No, I understand. There's certain things that you have that put your psyche, your own psyche, in
that's definitely half me.
And then your own psyche affects the audience because it's your intent.
You need to go out. I need to go out as free as possible. Like I bring these two on the road with me last week, and the one thing that I learned by bringing guys with me, I need to not worry about what the fuck they're doing or saying. I don't want to have to listen to you. I don't want to have to worry if you're just out there doing crowd work because you're having a bad set and now you're making it your show.
Right.
Instead of doing fucking joke. You got 20-something minutes, 50, whatever the fuck you got. Do fucking jokes. Use this time
crowd work as a feature. Crowd work as a feature. Fuck you, man.
I know. It's just,
I hate that shit.
It's like, listen, I don't, and these guys, I know Scopo's going out. I know Stav's going out. I don't have to worry about them one bit.
Right.
After the show, we're going to get some fucking food. I'll see you tomorrow. Same fucking shit.
Being with friends helps too.
I don't have to worry about it. There's certain guys where it's like, fuck, I gotta. Can you? The last thing you want to do is say, please don't fucking do this.
You don't want to
That was the episode of Louis.
What's that?
The last one where Florentine played the guy.
Yeah, he never once said to Florentine, "Can you not do that? Can you not do that?"
Yeah, but in his head, you could see in his head, he's like doing like a fart joke with lighting his farts on
and he was
fire.
doing crowd work.
Like,
he was doing crowd work. He was doing everything he wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to do. Local jokes.
But if you go to the end of it, what Louis was saying was just be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Just-
I have
all
to say,
about
it's the
being
best
funny.
season I think it's been. I love this season.
Thank you.
I
Thank
did
you.
like season
Hang on
3
one
a
second.
lot.
Thank you. Thank you. No, go ahead.
Well, you're right. You were in 2 this season.
Four. Go ahead.
You
Thank
were
you.
4
No, 3. I think it was 3. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
It was 3.
But I think that those 2 episodes, it's called The Road 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, Florentine was awesome.
Florentine was awesome,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the end of that episode, I was so glad he died. Because that guy.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
That guy couldn't have won. You know, because that's not. You don't win like that.
It's
He
like
shouldn't
all
have won.
right, here you go. When you get to the club and they tell you not, can you not do, and then they have the feature fucking going up.
Do
and just-
everything.
Whatever
Does
the
that
fuck.
actually
I want you to be
Does that
clean,
happen
but this
to you?
guy.
Everything in that show
This happens every
has
day.
happened.
That where they say don't do this, and then the feature
I've had it
does
happen
that?
at the the brokerage house before the cool owners own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're great.
Yeah.
The guy who owned it before, I showed up. He goes, "All right, I need you to be clean." I go, whoa! I'm not clean. You don't get to.
Yeah.
I go, it's in my contract that you signed. You don't get to tell me anything.
Right.
Okay. I go, so if I have to leave right now, I'll leave. No problem. I'll take the fuck off. I'll get back on the train. And then he finally was like, "No, just go ahead. Just you know, if you could, whatever the fuck he said." And I went up, but I know what he's saying. He had some guy come in there and go, "Motherfucker, I fucked this bitch's pussy,"
Exactly.
and whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Was that a black guy?
Love that
No,
joke.
it was
I
a
walked
white
in
guy
the-
from Kansas.
I walked into Oklahoma City once. There's a club. The first thing she said is, "You have to be here 10 minutes before the show." She didn't even say hi.
Right.
She said, "Okay, you're Brian. Yeah, you have to be here 10 minutes before the show. No drinks on stage. The MC's not going to do any time in between you and the feeds. They're going to bring you right up.
Right.
And you can't. Only 2 F-bombs." I'm just like, whoa.
Wow.
What the
Right.
fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, shouldn't this have been told to me?
Yeah.
Before I got on the
you
fucking
walk?
plane.
It's good when you
from
walk.
here to Oklahoma City.
No,
No, I was like, I said, "Nice to meet you too," and then her face got so mad that I knew I was doomed.
Yeah.
I knew I was. You know when you're gonna do bad when the only person on the wall you recognize is David Tell, and it's just a bunch of cowboys and hypnotists. I'm not gonna go good from here.
There's a club in Erie, Pennsylvania
Cowboys
called,
and hypnotists.
called Juniors.
Yeah.
And I was opening for Nate. This is like 8 years ago, and we're going to the gig, and Nate's like, "Listen, I'm clean. You got to be clean." And I'm like, "How clean?" He's like, "I don't know. You can ask him." So we show up to the club, and they're like, "You have to be completely clean. You're not allowed to curse." And I was like, "Cool. Where's the MC?" And they go, "Oh, this is fun." So we get a bucket, and then people just sign up to
Oh
be the
my
MC.
God.
And I go, "That's who's MCing the show?"
my
And they go, "Yeah." They go, "Now you have to be completely clean." And I'm like, "That's fine." So they put up this guy in a suit, and the first thing he says when he goes on stage, he goes, "Man, these fucking lights are bright." And you're like, "So I can't do that." And he's just sitting there going, "Fucking, you ever fuck a girl?" And then you fucking. And I'm looking at the owner, this guy's Dennis, and I'm like this. I'm like, I can't say shit. And he's like, "You got to be clean." I'm like, "How?
Wow.
How? This guy's just saying fuck every other word." Oh, that was the worst. They don't fucking understand it.
Those 2
There's a
episodes
club.
affected me so bad.
They were. Yeah. Well, I got mad
The
when
condo?
Louis started crying and saying fart jokes are funny. I was laughing, but also going, "Oh no, don't give in to this guy."
I can't wait to
you
see
got
this.
You got a point.
I know.
But then when the guy died and Louis has that moment with his kids, you realize, oh, it's not about Louis losing or winning or this guy losing or winning. It's about, like you said, just being funny.
It's
and being a good guy. He was a better guy than that guy.
Yeah, he's the best. He was Louis.
Yeah, he was a better
It doesn't.
guy than
This
that guy.
guy's life doesn't affect Louis's life,
Right.
No matter what. And this, look I've been on those gigs, man. I've showed up at condos. Where the club thinks, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea."
Yeah.
Go instead of paying for a hotel and
make
where
a-
we can be comfortable. Let's just go buy real estate that we can sell.
Right.
And cheap too. It's fucking nothing. It literally costs maybe $1,000 a month for these condos for the mortgage.
Yeah.
So instead of, I get why you're doing it, but you don't clean it. I don't give a fuck what you say. They're not sanitary.
Right.
It's not a fucking hotel room. It's not a fucking hotel room. A hotel room, by law, has to fucking be
Clean it.
clean.
Exactly.
The sheets, the pillowcases.
Every day.
Everything has to be, and at any point you can say, "I want everything new." Even the bed cover, I want it fucking new. I want to walk.
Right.
You can have food, and you don't have to worry about fucking doing dishes, or if the other guy did dishes,
Yeah.
or what type of. If I go into a condo and
Or
there
who's
was-
a smoker
there was-
and who's-
yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
fucking salmon Really, you clean this? That's fish, you fuck.
But what's great is when the owners always push. Like, oh, but this is different. This is a different condo than other condos.
Yeah, we're clean. No, you're not.
Oh, have you been to the apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the comedy condo that you have me in?
Yeah.
Or have you been at the resort yet?
Oh,
fuck your resort.
There's been some nice
that.
condos. I just don't like sharing a room with. I just don't like sharing a fucking apartment with a guy I never met for a week.
When
I did that one time. I come home back at the Skyline Cafe, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
JD's.
I come back. The fucking kid. I haven't been back since, by the way.
Yeah.
The fucking kid. The opener, who is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
He's gone. I haven't seen him in the business. There you go. You fucking cocksucker. I come out, he has my Sony PlayStation in the living room.
What?
Playing it.
He took it out of your room?
Out of my room.
Fuck out of here, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I was shaking. I was shaking in my room. I had to call Frosty, Matt Frost. I go, Frost, I'm going to hit him with something. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to go get, there's a picket out front, a picket fence. I'm going to rip a picket off. I'm going to smash the back of his head.
Did he say anything to you?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Dude.
Wow, what the fuck? Really?
Dude, you should think about getting better games.
And then here's the fucking kicker. The fucking staff comes back. They're like, yeah, sometimes we go back to the condo. I was like, all right. They come back in. It was raining. It was all muddy out. They came in with muddy shoes, and they all over the apartment. I was sitting there scrubbing because I'm not a fucking asshole, and I was scrubbing dirt, mud out of the carpet.
Nope.
And you know what I got? I threw all the trash out. I left a couple dishes in the sink, and they fucking called Frosty and said he left dirty dishes. I don't fucking.
Wow.
I don't do. Oh,
What a bunch of
I'm so
ass.
mad.
I split in Tucson, I split a condo with a silent clown and his, and his wife that played the piccolo.
And his wife.
You know,
silent clown.
TC Hatter in Marcian. If people like, he's out there.
Who is it?
This guy named TC Hatter. He's a silent clown, and his wife plays the piccolo while he does balloon things.
That's what you want, him standing over you.
Here's the thing. He's a silent clown, but he takes off his sports coat, and he's fucking jacked.
Jeez.
He's like, he had arms like Arnold, and I was just like, this fucking guy,
He's
so
like
nice, but then like mild-mannered to the point where he's like, hey, I know you smoke pot. If you could, outside, maybe take a walk. And I'm like, fuck.
And do you
I just stayed at a friend's house.
It's like
lengthwise or widthwise?
Yeah.
Listen, man, there's certain guys that don't mind and shouldn't a condo.
Yeah.
And at some point in my career, I didn't either. I get it.
Well, you know, Louis not doing condos anymore.
Of course, I know. It's the Four Seasons. That was very fuck. We had to suspend reality for that.
Yeah, after the yacht episode.
The only thing that was fucking real was his comedy outfit.
But you know, if there's something positive about it, that little moment where he goes out, he takes a walk, and he goes to the festival and takes the Civil War costume.
Yep.
I find as shitty and boring as it sounds, that when I go on the road, I like to do one really cool thing or nice little thing.
Yeah.
A beautiful thing. And I thought that's what was cool about that episode. He threw in that little 5-minute scene to say, it's not all shit when you're out there.
Well, I do that all the time. I'll rent a car and go. I go places all the time. I went to Denver. I'll go fly fishing.
Wow.
I'll rent a car and rent all the fly gear and go up in the mountains by myself.
wouldn't-
Or I'll go. Fans. I'll put it out to fans have taken me fly fishing. I've gone to lunch with fans.
Right.
Gone to fucking cool places and done shit. We went when we were in Boston. We went out every day and did shit. And
they dog sledding in Alaska. Did you ever play Alaska?
I did one time.
Did you really go dog sledding?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that sounds
I was supposed
awesome.
to go to. We were getting a helicopter ride
Wow,
to the
to Juneau.
glaciers.
Oh, to the glaciers.
Yeah, but we were just wiped.
I would have been scared.
I would have loved it. I would have loved to have been on the glacier. But yeah, I love going out. When I go on the road, I always try to do something interesting or go somewhere fucking cool.
I wish I said I did.
I got hurt dog sledding.
You
I
should,
would
man,
think
because
you have to for your sanity. If you'd
well, I think because you're missing an opportunity in your life because you're getting flown. Not many people get flown. I don't care how much you make in a week or how many days you're there. You're getting flown and put up in the greatest places in our country
For a couple hours
for
of
a
work.
few days, and you should fucking take advantage of that. Absolutely.
Walk down the street at least and see something.
because then you've been to 50 states, you've not seen anything but a hotel room.
Yes,
Or a
absolutely.
condo.
Yes.
Which
I
is
was
great
hanging out with
sometimes.
Toure, and he He was like, I'm hungry. Let's go to Subway.
Is there a one-way?
You know, two-way.
I don't know, but is there a one-way?
I've had a three-way.
I don't know, maybe.
Hey,
I've had an 11-way.
And you get 100,000 listeners. Of course you do.
Comedy gold like that. How do we know?
But he was like, let's go to Subway. And I was like, well, let's go to a 5-star restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why not treat yourself?
Oh, yeah.
He always goes out and tweets me whenever he goes, like, he goes to a really nice restaurant.
I Yelp.
Yeah.
I fucking Yelp.
Yeah.
I was in, anytime I'm somewhere, I Yelp all the fucking time. What do you mean? What do you do?
You leave reviews?
Oh, does
Give
he
me my
leave
phone.
reviews?
Give me my phone.
There's always one review that's like
Descriptive.
clearly like one guy started a fight and they asked him to leave and he was like,
This place sucks.
And I'm like, come on, you dude, you walked in with no pants on.
Do I leave reviews?
Like Bobby leaves reviews like a
reviews?
housewife.
You don't write bad ones? Do you try to
like a
ruin people's
PTA
businesses?
president?
Oh, my reviews are fucking beautiful, Brian. I think I have a new review. Do you want me to read it?
Yes, I
Is,
do.
is it for a place here in New York or somewhere else?
Is it for the show? Because I don't think I want to hear it. It's a bunch of fat jokes.
Okay, here's my review right here. I don't know if I read this one. Okay, this is about the Babalu Cigar Company in Austin, Texas, which I'm going to again this week.
That's great.
Here
What?
we go. Where's my glasses?
Babalu Cigar
Do I
Company.
review? I am a fucking Yelper through and through.
Online
put your glasses
snitching.
on.
Online snitching.
Dear proprietors.
Here we go. You ready?
The way you parcel out your cigars.
Okay, here's the deal.
Will you start with here's the deal?
Here's the deal. When you first walk in, there is a weird vibe. Like, oh, great, here's another fat tourist who wants a mild cigar and a Diet Coke. It's a small place and kind of hipstery, which makes it a little more uncomfortable.
He with his fingers.
And the guy,
He's a gay Yelper.
and the guy at the front is not the most welcoming person in the
I
world.
hate you for that line.
Don't let any of that scare you off from this amazing cigar lounge.
If they got 4 sentences in.
I found after a little conversation, the dude at the front wound up being very cool, informative, and helpful about the cigars. It's all their own brand of cigars that I found really amazing. As soon as I walked into the humidor, I could tell these guys take care of their cigars.
Oh my God.
The dude at the front hooked me up with a really great mild cigar and a Diet Coke.
The guy you just bashed.
He was willing to answer all my questions. They also have a good amount of cigar accessories that are really well priced. I will come back here every time I come to Austin. The place gets 5 stars on the personality alone. Never mind their amazing handmade cigars. RK.
That was good. That was
and
good.
then I have
RK.
Dan. Look at me. Look at me.
Cigar
Dan, look at
and
me.
Dan looks like he wants to vomit.
It's just
You know, you lost your Boston card. They won't let you back in.
Oh, I have a new review coming
Yeah,
out.
it's called a review is called face-to-face, cocksucker. You don't fucking go on the computer and fucking type up your little fag blog about how you liked it. You're fucking done. You're done. You're no longer a citizen of Massachusetts. You're fucking out, Barbie. You fuck. Who the fuck blogs?
That's a Yelp review. That's different.
online snitching.
Listen, man. That's listen. You
If I
can
could,
go.
can I get serious here real quick?
All right, guys. This has been a fucking great show. I got to wrap this up. First of all, I'm glad you guys made up.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
I didn't know we were actually really fighting.
Usually passive aggressive people don't.
Yeah, it's good to see 2 detective faces come together.
They really do look like they could do it. Be a
Fucking
duo.
vice cops.
I guess I'm the angry one. And the fat one. It's that fucking beige fat cop show.
Ah, shit.
Thanks for having me, man. I was
Buddy,
a lot of fun. It was good seeing you again.
Good seeing you too,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. You're
I
doing a
really-
great job on Louis. I'm really
Dude,
very proud of you.
Now, you staying in LA? You coming back?
I'm going back in June, and then I'm doing a lot of touring, but then next year I'm going to stay fucking put and get
LA.
back on a television show and actually lose some weight.
You, dude. I'm actually I'm gonna be losing weight in the next 3 months too. I'm
That's
really gonna
great.
push it.
You
I actually
got a
just
kid
joined
now. You got a kid.
Planet Fitness. There's one near my house 24 hours a day. I'm just gonna do what I did last time and
Right,
go to
right.
the gym at night.
When I did
The only thing that works.
that TV show with Pam Anderson,
Yeah.
before it, I lost 50 pounds just by walking this hiking trail by my place in L.A. I'm just gonna do that again. I'm gonna force myself.
I'm getting
You
back-
stare at the girl's ass in front of you,
Yeah.
and it's motivation. You know what I mean? It's like the carrot with the donkey.
Yeah, I usually do that with cake.
I love
It makes me do things. But yeah. Buddy, let's
Thank
go
you.
around the room. We're gonna do plugs and then we're gonna say farewell and we're gonna take a photo and do all that shit. Stavros, what do you got, buddy?
Cool. So I actually do have something cool coming up. Well, next weekend I'm in Denver. I guess June 11th to the 13th. I'm at Comedy Works.
You son of a bitch.
Why?
I'm missing him by a week. We
Oh,
could have been
bummer.
working together by a week.
That would have been beautiful.
What a great club, dude. Have you been there?
No, first time.
Oh.
Wait till you fucking work that club.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm going with Tom Pop. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, he's great. That's awesome. Is he flying you out there?
I'm fine. I gotta.
Wow,
he's
just
helping.
that fucking money ran out, huh? No,
He's helping out. He's being a good
he's
guy. Yeah.
Tom Pop is the best.
Tom's
I
the
love
best.
It's a good room to get in, man.
Listen, wait a minute. If you had to make a choice between Tom and me,
Uh-oh. Not my. I have to choose between my two dads.
well, what dad? I mean, who's your real dad? I'm biological.
Biologically, you
He's-
are my father.
he-
Especially when you
He's
see when he has
weekend dad.
his Yelp glasses on. Put those on.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
now you're my
Can I
dad.
tell you something though? Because I couldn't see far away
Yeah.
when I was driving. I couldn't read. I was missing my exits, and
Oh,
I
God.
just couldn't see. It was just blurry. And when I read, it was blurry. But for the last year and a half, I would just dealt with it. So Dawn sends me to the eye doctor. I get this fucking crazy exam, and then I come out, and they made me put these glasses on.
How crazy is it?
And I was like, "Oh, I can see."
Right?
It's like,
When I
holy
did that,
shit.
I didn't go to the eye doctor for 10 years, and I went, and the guy, when they made my glasses, he's like, listen to me, when you put these on, only look straight, because your head's going to get fucked up.
Yep.
And I put it on, and I was like, trying to look around, and I was like, oh, I almost threw up, because you see everything, and you're like, ah.
Well, I almost bought his glasses just to fuck with him because the show's coming out this year. I wear the glasses all the time. I become kind of famous this year, maybe with those glasses. Then everybody
Takes my
that
whole
meets
thing.
him in New York is going to think that he just stole my look. And he's been working on those looks for fucking 10 years.
I've been polishing it up.
Oh my God, I was going to do him crooked too. Actually get a little fatter.
Hey, how dare you? Come on.
Oh shit, son.
Oh, wow. That is uncanny.
His high school graduation.
You are the father.
His
All right,
first
guys. So what do you
communion.
got? What do you got? Denver Works.
Denver Comedy Works, and then actually pretty cool if anybody's.
So I'm plugging fucking Tom Papa gigs now.
And then I'm actually gonna go to Japan and Korea. It's
For
gonna
what?
be-
Wow.
For what?
To
Just
all
some, like,
you
Army
Korean
based stuff.
listeners out there.
That's great, buddy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
When are you
awesome.
going?
July 14th to the 26th.
I don't know if I can be away from you from that
I
long.
know,
Booba
it's
dooba.
I'll send you pics of real Korean barbecue,
right.
authentic KBBQ.
All right, Bubba.
All right, cool.
Good. Thanks for coming on. What do you got,
Thanks for
man?
having me.
Very simple. Just add the SDR show.
Do you have any stickers?
I do. I don't have them on me, though. I gave them out on
Do
the
you
way
have
here.
something we can put behind
I'll bring them
us?
to you. I do have them. Actually, you know what? Before I came on here, I went to the bar up to the block, and I got rid of them at the bar.
Yeah, we'll put them around
bring
so
them
that there'll be we put the Listomania,
I'll definitely-
Kumia, blah blah blah.
It's the SDR show everywhere.
Boston
Facebook, Twitter,
Scum.
Instagram, the SDR show.
Yeah.
And me, it's I am Ralph Sutton. I am Ralph Sutton at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I want to come on. Can I
Hey,
come
you know,
on?
I'd love you to come on.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's right here in the city. I'd love you to come on.
Great. You and Jay are kicking ass with that. So
Yeah,
I'm very
so
happy.
please
to do
follow,
it.
subscribe, review. Don't be ashamed. It's fun.
Don't do it. Yes, I mean don't be ashamed.
Yes, it's
Just
no
do
problem.
it.
I have no
Yes.
problem promoting it.
What do you got, Bri?
Headlining the brokerage this weekend.
I love that club.
Yeah,
man.
and doing
it's
that.
great. That's the club that I hated. Now I love it
So
because
much
of
fun.
those guys. James.
Yeah, he's the best.
Oh, he's the best.
And
His
I'm
family, his
headlining
kids.
the Empire Yonkers Raceway and Casino on Wednesday the 10th.
I've done it.
I've done it twice.
Okay, yeah.
The first time was great. I had a good feature. Second time, I had a feature who was me.
I've never had a good feature there. I mean,
No,
literally.
I try to choose my features when I can.
I don't want to trash anybody, okay? But every time I played there, the guys in front of me just literally eat their cocks. I felt bad for the last kid because he's a young kid.
weird
He works
show.
at the stand. I forget his name, but I think he's used to killing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he really was mad at himself. You know when a comic takes a hot one, you're like, what the fuck? He was mad.
I took a hot one there.
Yeah, I've always killed.
Okay, well, I was featuring. So
And what else?
a long time ago.
Featuring's an easier spot.
I have a album, Brian Scolaro Live at the Comedy Castle on iTunes, and Brian Scolaro sneezes, farts, and orgasms. And I just started a podcast on the network that he's on,
What's
All
it called?
Things Comedy. It's called This Is My Podcast. But it's sketches and skits and not interviews and conversations. So
That's fucking interesting.
it's something different. So I'm sure somebody more famous will steal the idea and run with it.
Well, why don't you just make it fucking huge and popular? So
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'm going to say something because we're such good friends now.
Yeah. What's really
I've learned so much on how to promote the shit out of a podcast.
Right.
By all means, I have no problem sharing the knowledge with everybody.
Please,
so,
that would be very helpful.
Will you help?
Thank you.
Will you help him?
Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with
Please?
it. Yeah,
Can you? No, I mean, can you help him learn how to read?
I've learned a lot of the ways to help build an audience. I have no problem doing that.
Well, that would be very nice, you man.
No,
and anything I can do for you, what can I do for you?
Shit on me some more would be awesome.
I'm sorry. Well, you started.
No, I don't. Can we not fucking do it again, please?
Anything I could do for you would be my pleasure.
Wow. Anyway, still
No,
uncomfortable.
I'm trying to be.
I'm getting shut up, both of you.
You could have just said "oh" when you took a picture with your son. I was so supportive.
Dan, what do you got besides a skyrocketing career? You're the one that takes that as an insult. What do you have besides a fucking smoking hot girlfriend?
I will be appearing with Robert Kelly and Big J. Okerson and Ari Shafir at Bonnaroo. So if you're there,
That's pretty awesome.
We're all on the same show. You know that, right?
Here's the deal. I was going there to do sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to Austin this weekend. I'll be at the ATX Television Festival in Austin this weekend to promote the show, and then the next week we're going to Bonnaroo. And I got that comedy show.
It's Thursday and Friday.
And then is it Thursday and Friday?
Yeah, we're doing. We have 2 afternoon shows on Thursday, and then we got we have an evening shows on Thursday, afternoon show on Friday.
Yeah, I gotta make sure it doesn't conflict with the fucking sex drug shit. But yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same. And then I'm at Denver Comedy Works, June 18th through the 20th.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah.
By the way, what is awesome is that every time you promote your show, you're indirectly promoting my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to tell people not to do that. No, I'm kidding. Indirectly. He'll find a way to attach it. I'll find some like fucking micro bug on every tweet that I put out.
Website.
Yeah, it just fucking sucks him from FX over to Big J's mitten.
Even worse, you'll just be in line at a coffee shop and you'll hear someone like, "Did you know that show on FX also has a matching podcast?"
I will literally scream, "No, it doesn't!" Those are two fucking assholes who talk about stick shit in people's assholes. Go ahead. What do you got?
I got a movie that I'm getting ready to shoot as soon as my leg gets better. It's called
Fighters?
Circle of 8.
About fighting?
No, it's drug dealers stuff. I played a head drug dealer. I got
Really?
Yeah. It's a stretch for me. I got a movie called, I don't know what the name is, the working title, but it's a boxing movie that I'm working on after. As soon as my leg heals up, I got to start boxing 5 times a week. The podcast, Beige Phillips Show. I'm doing one-on-one consultations, trying to tell people how to handle their bitch.
Right. Are you making money off of that?
Off the consultations? Fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
How much do you charge for a consultation?
$125 for you for free.
Really?
I do it for free for you. Absolutely.
I'm gonna let my bitch run all over me.
Don't do that, man.
It
hurts my heart, man.
I wanted to take my balls.
It hurts my heart.
My shirt says "Take my balls, baby boo."
That hurts my. It's just my balls.
You know,
just went
Dawn.
up in me.
Nah, dude. You know, Dawn. She ain't fucking.
She's a sweetie.
She's the perfect girl for me. She won't let me give her shit. She'll tell me to go fuck myself.
I would always say that whenever somebody says their girl is perfect, it's usually because the guy is perfect. Because a woman is a direct reflection of the guy she's fucking. So.
Hey, so anyways, we got Scopo. What do I have for dates?
I'm not done.
Yeah. Oh, you got more.
Yeah.
Can you stop giving movies that aren't in production?
I'm gonna be back on the blacklist.
When?
I don't know yet.
Love that. One of my favorite shows.
So.
It is one of my favorite shows.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that they finally got out of that fucking weird thing they were spiraling into.
Yeah.
And now they're back and the fucking show's on fire. The season ended fucking great.
Yeah.
So that's good, dude. What a great gig.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Good for you,
Before
man.
Chris goes, I forgot I have a really important show that I need people. June 17th in Irvine Improv.
Yeah.
I fucking got to get a lot of people in there. It's a very, very big show.
What date is it?
June 17th.
All right, June 17th.
Thank you.
If you guys are,
Irvine, California.
Wednesday night.
If you guys are there in California, anywhere near it, 3 hours, 5 hours, make sure you spread the word.
It's a big one, please.
Help him promote that.
Thank you.
Also,
What the fuck, dude? I gotta go.
We just did a live podcast, and so that's going to be up. the next week that's going to be
All
up.
right,
So.
great. Oh yeah, well check out Bass Phillips Show.
On the Riot
you
Cast
got a
Network.
great crew over there, and you're kicking ass.
Thanks, brother.
What's my dates?
June 27th, the Treehouse at Sports Haven, New Haven.
With you and Gomez.
Me and Lewis, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. That'll be fun. We're gonna stop at Frank Pepe's, get Lewis off that diet. Do that, Ken. I'll eat the cheese off of one.
It is an actual Lewis Gomez.
No, what Lewis does, he won't have a cheat day for a couple weeks,
Yeah.
and then he'll go to Frank Pepe's and just house a whole pizza to himself.
Fucking
That's
sounds
what he
good to
does,
me.
yeah.
And I can't deny how fucking good he looks.
He looks great. I mean,
He
the
does.
time
All right,
I know
settle
him,
down.
He does. He's totally fucking transformed.
Settle down.
No, he does. He has. He was. Remember when he was mid skinny and he looked like he was melting?
Oh, it's great.
Just his sides were stretch marks and gooey. Okay, what else I got?
Gotham Comedy Club
speed
in New
through it.
York, July 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Yeah, New York City Gotham Comedy Club. Make sure you guys get your tickets now. Sell that shit out. Let's go.
August 7th, 8th, you're at Governor's.
Gavinez. Make sure you sell that shit out too. Governor's where? I'm at Governor's? The brokerage.
Brokerage, yeah.
The brokerage, yeah. There's a difference, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not government. I'm a brokerage. So make sure you get your tickets. Go to robertkellylive.com for all your things Robert Kelly.
See that? See how good it felt?
I got my special up there for $5. If you haven't bought it yet, you're an asshole. So go buy that. $5. And then make sure you subscribe to this YouTube page. Subscribe and review the show on iTunes. And make sure you tell a friend about this show. Get some people into it. Nudge your girlfriend. Let her listen to it. And you guys are the best fans in the fucking world. Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. The actual real show that will be popular on FX July 16th. You guys are the best. I'll talk to you later.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Check out riotcast.com for all of the best podcasts on the internet. And they are all free.